Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Brooklyn here. I'm here solo by myself because I'm going to just address something before I start the show tonight. Last week, we were talking about basically how we get kind of like blamed behind the scenes for everything. Sorry, I gotta mute my show here. I'm hearing myself twice. But last week we were talking about how we kind of always get the blame for everything that goes on in the home arcade community. And I was just trying to explain to everybody that actually that's very far from the truth. We are not causing any troubles behind the scenes. During the show, Brad was obviously he's been or was a bit heated with Cornicade with the whole at Games is building the Death Star. And he addressed it on the show to Cornicade. First, he asked him a bit aggressively, "You better stop, or I'm going to strike your channel." I explained that you can't do that, right? Because people have the right to clip a certain amount of anybody's show and play it. But what we were trying to explain to Cornicade was, even though you see it as something innocent, the people that are doing it, it's not innocent to them. It's a personal attack. And so after last week's show, I noticed that Cornicade had clipped that discussion in the show. Right? He probably is not aware that I get alerted for stuff like that. So he clipped the show. That's fine. But I was like, okay, that's cool. He clipped the show. Because like I said, anything I do on here is like, you can literally replay my whole show on your channel and I won't strike you. So he clipped it. And then I was looking at how many people had watched it. And Cornicade has a popular channel. So I would have expected more than 6 people to watch it. So it was strange to me that shortly after that, KFB puts out a video again trying to reignite old beef and start shit up again that we have said we do not want to reignite it. So he starts his video by showing my channel and making some comment about how many subscribers I've had since 2020. And that's weird to me. Like, I almost think like console fanboy, like he's kind of like a leech. I don't hate the guy, and I think he's talented in the stuff that he does, but he's a strange guy, and I'll explain why. He likes to attack Brad, right? And he always takes the road of like the mentally challenged angle, but it's weird, like we're so in his head that the dude's literally sitting up at night writing songs about Brad, which is kind of funny to me because, like, when we end the show, we just kind of like move on with our lives. But his life is this 24/7. We've learned that from the private recordings that came out from She Lion. So, like, you can see like what kind of weasel this guy really is behind the scenes. He talks shit about everybody, including Cornicade, who he wrote to me. We were both watching a show one day, and we're kind of cordial with one another. But he said, you better tell Brad to stop because Cornicade is my friend. He's your friend? How long has Cornicade been doing YouTube content? A couple of months? And you leached onto his channel because everybody else gave you the fucking boot? And Weekly Retro Party exploded? Dude, you were talking shit on those recordings about the guy's wife. That wasn't on YouTube. That was you in a private conversation that nobody was ever supposed to hear. Another thing is why I say this guy is strange. And I could have played it tonight because it's not a private conversation. we were doing a stream one night. If you want to go back, it's around Halloween time. And we were playing walkabout mini golf together. So Console Fanboy shows up when he had nobody else, and he's begging to get on. He's constantly messaging in the chat over and over and over. And we're like, dude, like I'm trying to explain to him, like, why there's people in here that you have like personally attacked. And like, why do you want to get on here and play golf? He's like, I want to get on my knees in front of them. I mean, these are not my words. Which is that's a little strange to me also. He wanted to get on his knees in front of Brad, in front of Rainwater Games. And I don't know, whatever. We kept kicking him, and he just kept coming back. Like he for some reason couldn't get the message. So I don't know if he's in love with Brad. Like, I mean, that's okay if you are, but this is what we tried to tell you, Cornicade, is that the stuff that was going on your show, even though it was innocent to you, you have to understand the history. And that's part of the problem with YouTube, is because people have very short-term memory loss, and they like, you could pretty much do anything on YouTube, and then within a few weeks, everyone forgets about it. But Brad didn't forget. And a lot of us didn't forget how far you took it. And we also didn't forget that when we give you a taste of your own medicine, how you turn into a bitch. Right? You don't want it again. Trust me. You've already proven that you can only dish it out, but you can't take it. So we're going to spare you. And like I said again, we're not here to drum up drama with anybody and problems. We're not looking to fight. But the reason I'm just going to talk about this before I start the show tonight is because people have short-term memory loss. And it just happened. So I'm going to talk about it now. You made your video. You took your shot at me, which was no big deal. And then you right away go into the mentally challenged stuff when you're referring to Brad. And, you know, like, this is a home arcade community. Like, there's really no place for that here. Everybody has removed you from their channel. You literally told everybody yourself that you told other YouTubers, I cannot control myself. Block me from your channel. But then the other night, you're begging OTG to ask P-Dubs to please let you back in. But anyone that is smart is not letting you back in, because these shows that people are putting their effort into doing are not your shows. And just because you gift 700 memberships or do 50 super chats, it's not your show. Do your own show. But maybe you realized that doing your own show, you're a failure at that. The only thing you're good at is leeching off of other people. And you have about 2 channels left that let you do that. And I'm not asking Danny to get rid of you. I'm just explaining to Danny, this is what we tried to tell you last week. Even though it's an innocent joke, we knew where it was coming from. So now you have to protect your friend Danny, don't you? He's your friend. Is he your friend? You have zero loyalty to anybody. When the weekly retro party was popping off and it was doing really well, those were your best friends, right? But as soon as UAG fucked up, you were out of there, right? Look at the difference between us. We've fucked up too. And I never turned my back on my friends. No matter how bad it got, I still, we talked, but I still never turned my back on them, because I'm not a weasel like you are. So we're not going to get sucked into the back and forth stuff. I'm not even going to allow Brad to get sucked back into that because Brad's doing well. He's doing really great on Rcade Talk. The show's growing every week. They've built that from nothing and it's popping off and they're doing really well. And I'm not going to let him get sucked back into the back and forth with you. So we're going to allow you to remain on the few channels that you have left that allow you to take over their shows in their chat room and pay them for super chats with your messages that are they're calculated messages. They're messages that you put in there to basically create your videos. Like we understand what you're doing. Maybe some people don't. So it's almost like you're paying to create your content, just like your big drive to get Mortal Kombat 4. You went around and paid everybody for that. And what happened in the end? Just like everything with you that you get involved in, it all goes down the drain. And then you become apologetic and you're never going to do it again. And then what happens? You can't help yourself, can you? And it usually takes, sometimes not even a week, and you're back to your old shenanigans again. It's embarrassing, dude. You're a grown up. You're embarrassing yourself. And trust me, dude, if you want to play the troll game with me, I'll introduce you to a whole new world of trolls. And I would give it maybe 2 days before you'd never show your face on YouTube again, because you'd be introduced to a whole new level. So I'm not going to warn you to back off, but I'm just going to say we're not going to take your bait, and we're not going to start doing the back and forth. And I said that I wasn't going to do any of this shit on my show again. That's why I haven't started the show yet. Because as soon as the show starts, we're just going to move on and do what we always do. But Rcade, man, I told you, you clipped my show, right? Why didn't you just clip it and play it on your channel? You clipped it, and then Console Fanboy used that clip. I don't know, man. Like, that kind of like leads me to believe that you're helping him out. Maybe you guys are friends, and you're helping him create those kind of videos and attacking people, like calling them like mentally challenged. Dude, the same dude attacked your wife off of YouTube, attacked you. He's not your friend. The only friend he has is himself. And, if you can let him keep super chatting on your channel and taking over your chat. The rest of us have done away with that a long time ago, because to us, it's not about money. It's about having a good time with this community. And it's every show without that guy is, you look at it, like watch any show where he is completely blocked. There's never a problem at all. What's going to happen when you screw up one day, right? Is he going to have your back, or is he just going to move on to the next person that he can leech off of? He's running out of people. There's almost no one left. But what are you going to do, KFB, when there's no one left? You're going to take the angle like you took the last time when you thought you were done? Well, saying Home Rcade is dead. Home Rcade is not dead, and it's never going to be dead. Every company that makes Home Rcade content, cabinets, they can all go out of business. But you're never going to kill the love that the people that are truly into this are going to still have for the games. So we're not going to get sucked into your shit. You also went after Tech Buzz. Dude, I remember when you were lapping Tech Buzz's balls. Hey, the two words were close. You were lapping his balls, man, in his chat room. You know I watch everything, and I remember, right? But what happened? You screwed up your relationship with Sheila, and she literally bitch slapped you out of the community, and you ran like a weasel, and you reformatted. How many times have you had to change your name from a C to a K and now KFB? We still know who you are, and you're still the same person. You know, but like once Tech Buzz had nothing to offer you anymore, now you're going to be the guy who causes most of the drama. You don't want anyone else coming on your new friend's show and saying anything that you think might be out of line, because that's drama. Why? Are you afraid he might take some attention away from you? You're an embarrassment, dude. I mean, if I met you in person, we would probably get along and be able to hang out. But you don't want to get into a YouTube war with me. And I don't want to get into one with you, because I promise you, I'll never have to call your job. I'll never have to do any of the kind of bullshit that you do behind the scenes or that you used to do. But you will lose. With that, let's start the show.
All we ever hear from you is
Hey, happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay. My name is Brooklyn. This is the Friday Night Arcade Show, the late night show for the home arcade community. I have three hosts here with me. Let's bring the first one in. Let's say what's up to my friend Papa Brad. Papa Brad, happy
Brooklyn
Friday.
Menace. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Much respect. Much respect.
Yeah,
Well
man.
said.
Let's bring
And
in.
that's the thing. That's the thing. No one will ever take our love away from these games. If all these companies, like, it's the games that we love. That was well said.
What are you talking about, Brad? I don't know. What?
Oh, I'm
the show
sorry.
just started.
We just started.
It's
Okay.
Let's say hello.
I had no idea you were going to do that. That was great, though.
To Nix.
Yes, what's
His
happening,
mic is
everybody?
on. Everything's working. It's
yeah.
great. Nix, happy Friday. How you
Happy
doing, buddy?
Friday. I am doing fantastic. How is everybody doing tonight? Yeah.
You're doing good, man.
Woo!
Always look forward to Fridays, hanging out with all of you, talking a little bit, home arcade, then getting into playing some games. We got a couple of games we're going to be playing
some
tonight.
good ones. Some
It
good
should
ones.
be fun. Let's also say hello to the fourth host of the show, Steps Gaming.
Right. Steps.
Hey.
Steps, I didn't know if all of a sudden you were going to just disappear from the studio.
Oh,
With my
yeah.
little pre-show stuff.
I thought
But you're
about it,
here.
but
You're here.
I decided to stay.
You're here. Steps, you
Because
got to
I
look
like
at
you
it.
guys.
You have to look at it this way. What's going to happen is I know you do other content on YouTube outside of the home arcade community, but one day something that you're going to do, whether it be drink a Mountain Dew, ride a roller coaster, is going to irk that guy, right? And no matter how much you try to be nice to him, he's still going to do the same thing to you. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna enjoy my nice spin drift here. And
see, Steps has no clue what I'm talking about.
Really?
Don't worry, Steps.
I don't watch much stuff anymore.
Absolutely
I did
not.
watch. I did watch
I'm-
a couple.
My point is it
after
doesn't
you guys
matter.
were. I've been trying to stay away, but shit, man.
Yeah. We don't have to suck up to weasels in the community, so because we're afraid they may say something about us, you know, because there's always a couple. No matter where you go, you'll ride roller coasters and drink Mountain Dew, and there'll be some other roller coaster person that's the same thing. It doesn't matter where you go on YouTube. But my point about this particular person is, it's like we gave that dude how many chances before we just got rid of him here and everybody else got rid of him. There's a few left that didn't get the message, so he found a new home. And we had kind of mentioned it last week that we knew that there was like an ulterior motive for it. And even though I still say I like Cornicade, and I still say he's innocent of all of this. But
Unbeknownst. Yes.
eventually it's gonna explode, dude. Your channel's doing really well, and it's doing really well because of you. Right?
Positive attitude, not
And we're
the
happy to
troll
see
stuff.
that. And we're happy to see that, aren't we?
Yeah, we're happy for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's going on in the world of home arcades this week? Brad, you should be receiving a new pinball machine sometime soon, huh?
Pinball is on its way apparently. So,
That's got to be exciting.
oh my god, I'm so excited about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to get it and see what it's all about. So,
It's always fun getting new stuff. I'm
it
done
is.
getting new stuff. I'm more
same
like
here.
going in the opposite direction.
So much
But
stuff.
I still do get excited watching, other people get their new home arcades, pinballs or whatever, and then show them off. You're gonna have a lot to talk about.
oh yeah, for sure.
So did you get your like message that you're like we know you were charged.
They never sent me anything. They charged me, and they actually Skyped me, which I don't even really check that Skype that much. They Skyped me and said it's on the way. Here's the tracking number.
Rex,
So
could you
shocked.
imagine if Brad gets his first?
Oh man, people would lose their mind.
Hold on one second.
Actually, I know someone already in this chat that has one that got it first, but that's cool. I don't care. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
anyone
glad
gets.
I'm
I'm
getting
just
something new,
looking
you know,
forward to
excited
them
for something
starting
new.
to show
As long as
up,
it's not broken when it gets
so
there.
people could
right?
do content.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just
As
get
long
to
as I
this.
get 2 boxes will be good too.
We'll get
Give me
back
both
to
boxes.
the show in a second. Let me just get to this 1 second.
This is a fact. I'm 58 years old. 58. I'm 58. 58.
Are you 58?
Your channels are going down. You made a little money off of YouTube, but your game is over. Sticking it to the man. Peace out.
Unacceptable, Fringe. Thank you very much. He had a
thank
message.
you.
Here's some love for a legit creator and someone with real passion. Stay the course and ignore the hate. I never ignore the hate. I kind of enjoy being in the middle of it, to be honest, but everybody else I hang out with doesn't, so I have to respect that. You'll grow, they'll disappear. I do not think I'm going to grow, but that's fine. I've stayed here before this channel. Is the truth. Much respect. Unacceptable Fringe. Another guy that the same
Great content creator.
but
Came
it's,
in
you
the
know what's so
Rcade,
weird?
community
same
and then left.
Person I was
Great
talking
content
about
creator.
earlier used to go lap Unacceptable Fringe's balls as well, and then
Oh, yeah.
all of a sudden took a heel turn on him.
Heel turn, man. It's called like sucker punch. That's
So
the way. That's
strange.
the way he does. Like, you know, he's your best
Unacceptable
friend.
Fringe was, you know,
We're not
he
looking
does
to
a
get
lot
you
of
with a sucker punch.
Canadian political commentary.
Great
This channel
channel.
has blown up, dude.
Great channel. Great content.
Blown up. Seriously, like he has had a massive amount of growth. So yeah, I still always go check out Unacceptable Fringe, even though I don't live in Canada. But
Yeah.
he
We
puts
know
on a
someone
good
that
show.
does though. We have a lot of people that
Yeah.
watch us from
Maybe
Canada.
Nick should
We're
watch
friends.
your show.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we're
We
definitely
didn't-
friends with Canada.
We didn't do the Canadian national anthem when we started the show.
Oh, maybe next week.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. Nix was streaming hockey earlier tonight, a hockey game, Blades of Steel. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Brad, we got,
Canada.
We got a bunch of cool people watching the show tonight. Are you ready to do your job? As
Oh,
Yeah, go
host of the
ahead.
PM
I'm ready to
show?
do my job. Put me to work.
Good.
Put me
Brad,
to
this
work,
is
Brooklyn.
Burn me.
this is what all
I'll
the
live for
big
this.
YouTubers get. So maybe if we do it, you know, maybe our show will grow as well. All right.
All right, welcome to the chat. Unacceptable Fringe, Shotgun
Unacceptable
Sean,
Fringe.
Ritual Dello, Biggie D, Jason, Little Alien, great to see you. Video Game Vegas, another great YouTuber with a good channel. Shane Adams, welcome to the channel. Ichabod Crane. Let's see, I'm scrolling. Marine 50, welcome to the show. Steps Gaming. Oh, wait, you're right there. You're right there. Steps Gaming's right here. Let's see, I'm scrolling. My Family. 2Die4. Marine 50. Obsidian Contraption. Have you played your Atari today? I bet you he has. Let's see. Scrolling.
See, Shotgun Sean in there. I was on the
Hostilla?
Hackman show on Tuesday. Had a great time. I did the entire show in VR.
I saw that. I mean, you're dedicated.
Maybe that should be my new bit, Brad. Like, just do everything, every show. Just wear VR.
Yeah, I like seeing your face. I like seeing your face. Your face is a good thing to see. Goofy
I was
Foot's
at
in the chat.
Oh.
All right. Welcome to the show.
I was at Costco today and they had the MetaQuest 3 there. I was like,
Well, yeah, we're not rushing you, Steps, but one day
One
Yeah.
day.
when you're ready.
Yeah.
what did they want? They wanted $5.99, I think, but they had it like came with a strap or something. Not that I'm buying it there. I just saw it there. I was curious what they priced it at.
Hey, Shotgun, have you seen that Underdogs game? Let me know in the chat.
Welcome to the chat, the Rexer Show, another great YouTube channel.
I mean, Rexer does stuff that people would consider, if they want to call it, drama. But the one thing like about Rexer,
It's factual. It's factual.
it's not, even if it wasn't factual, he never like personally attacks people. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to do and get his point across in a professional way.
For sure.
And he doesn't stoop to like real low levels to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't call
So-
people names. I mean,
No.
he just
just-
says what the facts are.
Gives his facts,
Mhm.
you know, and that's it. Some people should understand, like,
It's an opinion.
there's ways to do it without calling people mentally challenged.
Hmm.
I might be, but
Yeah. Not really.
yeah, not really. I think he did. I actually think KFB did call me mentally challenged. That was his always.
sure.
That was his. That was his always his thing with the Rcade. He always tried to make us out, or anybody that liked it, and that's why. You know, why does he think it? We came back at him because, and he would say, I'm just a comedian. You know, like they're trying to cancel my comedy. Trust me, dude. I like comedy that's so brutal that like what you do would be rated G compared to what I like. So it's not, no one's trying to stop your comedy, but you were using the comedy angle to personally go after people and say some really hateful things.
It's a crutch.
Yeah.
It's a crutch for unacceptable behavior.
I think Cornicade's lifetime, how many times do you think he's super chatted already?
Probably 1 million.
It's, I don't know, man. It's embarrassing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like,
I agree.
I respect anyone like that, you know, people come in, give a super chat, whatever. It definitely, it helps out the channel because just anybody doing YouTube, there's an expense with it. So it kind of
For sure.
helps out with that. But it's like so weird. Like I've never seen anyone else that does that because it's like they literally have to be the center of attention, even though it's not their show.
Mhm. You want to be the center of attention, make your own show.
That is like, I mean, I know a lot of people have called him a
It's hard.
narcissist, but I guess that's true. But man, yeah, KFB, I can cover you all night long, dude. Like, I think I was just trying to be, I was actually trying to be nice about it, but dude, I can cover you all night long. You have been so guilty of so many things. It's like you can't even hide it anymore. You don't have any friends, dude. You don't like, he does not know what loyalty is. You know,
Yeah, if you were nice to us, maybe we would have.
one of the like
play mini
he
golf.
he came
wanted
at
to play
me
mini
like
golf with us.
his little shot at me was the amount of subscribers I have, which kind of
what?
led me to
Who
believe that
cares?
he probably
cares?
he probably looked into like my analytics.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'd find like everything's all organic here. Because to me, I look at it like this: once you hit 1K,
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't
You
matter
have
anymore.
5 people watching or 1,000.
The next step after that to me is getting your YouTube plaque, and nobody, absolutely
even
nobody
close.
in the home arcade community is getting that plaque. Even the biggest channels. So yeah, as soon as I hit the 1,000,
have
which was
fun.
a long time ago, I was already where I was at. Everybody taking a drink.
Mhm. Ooh. Steps is turtling. We've
I
got
can't be
Steps
done.
turtling. She's turtling.
Yeah. Steps is one of the people is a person that
Mhm.
can't handle this type of stuff. So when
It's hard.
when we address it, probably, you know,
Mhm.
make Steps get nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I live for this type of stuff. I'm actually more comfortable with this than just trying to do a regular show. Like this would be easy for me to just do this every week, but I just don't want to I think that's like a cheap way to kind of like draw in people to watch your show, you know, because when you do that, you're not drawing in like the audience that wants to watch your show. It's like you have the people that like your show, but you're also getting the people that just want to come in,
watch the world burn.
Yeah.
That's
And
what I
that's the
want to
thing
watch.
and that's what
Is that the
fuels it
audience
so
you want?
much.
That's the audience I want.
Most there's a lot of the YouTube audience, they don't do shows, so they don't know, like they will never show their face and have never produced anything or put anything together. And I'm not saying everybody that doesn't do shows or just has a YouTube channel is guilty of this, but there's a lot of them that just want to see the world burn. So they love, you know, the back and forth. It's entertainment. I can understand that.
Brooklyn, I've done this back and forth. I just don't. I feel like I have better things to do with my time, so that's where I'm at with it. Okay, I don't.
I'm bored,
have any
Steps.
interest in engaging.
I don't have
with
anything
it.
better to do with my time.
Apparently,
That's right.
apparently,
This looks
Brooklyn.
like
Apparently,
the world burning right here, right there.
Now, I only like I said earlier, I only figured I would just say it because I know like memory on YouTube is only about, you know, maybe 7 days, and then it's on to the next thing. So I just I literally said this last week that, you know, this is what's going to happen if you don't stop this. So, and exactly what I thought would happen started to happen, but Brad's not taking the bait this time.
Nope.
Brad's moving in a positive direction. He's not going to get sucked back into the back and forth videos with you. So move on to someone else. You failed. I mean, everybody failed. Everyone that tried to get rid of the Arcadians, you're all failures. We're still here. You failed. Like you failed so bad.
We've actually grown. We're actually bigger than ever.
You failed so bad that you had to actually take it off YouTube and then try to affect people's personal lives, and you still failed. We're still here. You know what's so funny? They try to get Brad fired from his job, right? That makes, if you want Brad off of YouTube, you should be, you don't want to get him fired from his job. If you get Brad fired from his job,
to do than come
he's
at
going to
you.
be on YouTube 24/7. It's going to be worse.
probably.
It'd be worse. It would be worse. You know that's true.
Remember what?
Hey, all you gotta do is
is
remember last summer,
Christmas break.
Christmas
trust me,
break. Yeah.
KFB might be a weasel, but there is a psychopathic stalker also on YouTube. And yeah, I'll say his name too. His name is Messiah. The Messiah, where his angle is everybody's racist, right? When literally none of us has ever looked at anybody in this community by the color of their skin. I mean, we had your co-host was a host of this show.
This very show.
But you got so many receipts, but they're only your receipts, right? You leave all the rest of it out because maybe like 2 or 3 people are buying it. But the rest of us know the truth. Nobody that I mingle with is a racist. If they were, I would not be hanging out with them.
No, absolutely
That's
not.
just a bad angle to take. And that's part of that. That's how stuff breaks down. And KFB also, he aligned with them. Why? And they bitch slapped him. You know, he aligned with them so hard because they were coming after us. Right.
Yep.
So all of a sudden he's riding their balls too.
Yep.
Dude, there's no racism going on in this community. We had Mike of all trades on the Arcadians, treated the guy like a king.
Like a king.
I was nothing but nice to him, to Prince Malcolm, all of these guys in
who
person.
was also on the Arcadians, by the way.
Yeah. Nothing but nice to these people. But everybody, that's what I said on YouTube. Give it 7 days, everybody erases history. So now you can create your new history, which is not the truth. So don't buy it, people. because it's not the truth. And that's where it's going to go. You let it start, and then it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And the reason why it does is because they don't have the talent. Well, I think Console Fanboy has talent. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's a talented guy. But I think that they just get so pissed off that their whole thing was to get rid of us, and they failed at doing that, that they had to like now take it to another level and another level. Like we'll say this, we'll call them racist, we'll call them that. None of it has worked. You know why it hasn't worked? Because it's not the truth. Because if that was the truth, I would be embarrassed to be here, and I would not be doing a show if I got caught up being a racist. So stop it. We've had people of every race, color, whatever on the show. We don't care. Stop trying to pollute people's minds with that nonsense.
It's 2024. I agree.
Doesn't matter that it's 20. This could have been the 90s, and it would be the same thing. The 80s, it would have been the same thing.
That's what I mean.
Don't feel the same way I feel today back then.
We're in the present. We're stop living in the past. That's what I'm saying. That's what.
Look what they did to you, Nix.
Absolutely.
I mean, I watch all these shows. They buried you on their show, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a message that made you sound like a jerk, right?
I'm not a jerk.
But did you just but did you just call and leave that message? No.
No.
Here's the truth. Behind the scenes, off of YouTube, Nix was trying his hardest to keep the peace with everybody.
Peacekeeper, trying to mend fences. Trying to be the
with
peacekeeper.
Everybody, trying to keep the peace, trying to talk us all off the ledge. Saying, look, let's just stop this. Don't let this get out of hand. And then, how did that work out for you, Nix? Not that well, right?
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But either way, it's not when this dude plays people's private messages, which is like what an 18-year-old girl would do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or a rat, as we say in New York.
A rat, yep.
Dude, I could have buried this guy. I was in his private Facebook group for years, and everything that he accuses everybody else of doing, you should have seen what they do in there. But I don't clip people's stuff like a little baby so I can show it off on YouTube. It's like, seriously, that's like 18-year-old girl shit. But either way, I'm coming to Nix's defense because Nix did not make that jerky phone call, which he did sound like a jerk. But he was pissed off. He was being harassed.
They take it out of context. They don't play all of it. Like you only
play
get
that
to hear.
part.
Yeah.
Play the harassment that led up to that phone call.
Yeah, I would love to, but Casey unsent all the messages. So yeah.
Conveniently.
Well, I like Casey. I mean, Casey was part of this show, pretty much from early on. And whatever happened with him. I don't know what happened. I heard him mention on a show, again, we go back to Console Fanboy, because there's only a few of these people out there. Mm-hmm. Console Fanboy, when he was riding their dicks over there because he knew that they didn't like us, was actually just probably was supposedly feeding KC complete lies. I never said anything about that guy but nice things off of YouTube. And then all of a sudden he was pissed at me. I was like, I didn't get it. Like, I didn't even get also Gunther, another guy part of the show. I don't know. Like one day we're talking, next day I'm blocked. So it's like somebody was like feeding them
happened?
All kind of lies. These guys, I thought they were like my friends, And even after that, I didn't even go at them.
Well, yeah,
at all. They were like trashing me on shows and stuff. And I was just like,
and I'd like to interject here. And if I hated them so much and whatnot, wouldn't I get rid of that Space Invader clock that Gunther gave me? Right? If I hated these guys so much and whatnot, I don't hate them. They just stopped talking to me and stopped, like, I don't know. Everything just fell apart. You guys were all there, and I was sad to see it all go down the way it did. And like I still have his Uplay stickers on there, the Arcade Zone stickers on my arcade. I could take them off. Be like, I
Yeah.
don't want any remembrance of all that crap. But you know what? I don't want to forget it because you know why? Because we had good times.
Hey, I go to
Good times, but
Ichabod's house. We
they're
do the
back there.
show. He's got
Yeah.
their stuff
I enjoyed
prominently
being
displayed.
on their shows. I had such
And
a great time.
it's not like I'm like, hey, take that down while I'm here. It's like it. You know what I mean? Like those guys, I thought were my friends.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying here.
Hopefully one day, hopefully one day we can have a discussion and figure out what happened. But I think it was some sort of shenanigans.
It was a
Because Casey
shenanigans
did.
over the company.
He alluded to that.
The
That
companies
maybe
like,
all
trying to
the
get some
stuff that
money.
I heard about Brooklyn wasn't true. And I was like, well, I wonder what he heard because I didn't say anything. But yeah, Casey's a good dude. I mean, those guys did take a weird heel turn on the iArcade when it went out of business. And
Yeah,
it was
is that where it came from? Is this all the source about it? Because promises were made, maybe some monetary gain. Who the hell knows? Usually, when you get there's money involved, that's when people friggin' turn.
yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I
have
don't
no
like
idea.
I
That's
never
speculation, but one can only think.
I don't really pry into people's personal
Yeah,
business,
it's none of our business. Yeah.
Yeah. I just know that they did a show on the channel. I used to go on there all the time. They were on here all the time. We used to link up. And one thing,
Laugh,
Brad,
joke.
what is the one
We were
thing that we
Very
always,
cordial the whole time.
Brad,
It
what
was
is the
great.
one thing that when we used to talk to Gunther and Casey off the show, what was the one thing that we always used to say to them? That we all need to be like unified as
stick
one.
together. Yeah,
Like
sure
let's
enough.
like stop breaking off into groups and stuff. But there's people out there that just
They're looking
they
for
don't want
cracks.
that. They want to, they
Looking
want
for
to
cracks.
just like
Looking for divisions. Divide people.
they want to break it up.
Get people to hate each other.
And they did. They were successful at doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then once they started hanging out with Messiah, forget about it. He completely turned this into a whole race war for some reason against a bunch of people that can care less. It's like, dude, like literally half of your show used to be a part of my show. So stop with your one-sided receipts. Yeah, I was like, so I don't want to get into I don't want to get into too much more than that but I just it just shocks me. Like I think some people before they start aligning themselves with some people, do a little bit of a background check and look into who you're aligning yourself with before you do that.
Yeah, like when you get a guy like, what is it named, Danny Watson there, the dragon, he's sitting there swearing and cursing my name, and I've only met him the one time on the show, and we were very cordial. And,
Same
had a
thing.
good
I met
time.
him in person.
And just because he's on Messiah's show, and because Messiah is talking smack, and even Zodrider, I've never met the guy, never spoken to him. But yeah,
Zodrider is
he has an opinion on who I am. And
Zodrider. It was
which
weird.
is
I was
hilarious.
on Zodrider's show. We got along very well. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. I thought he was a cool guy, but what I noticed about Zodrider is he has no allegiance to anybody. He will go with whatever narrative is being spun wherever he's at, and that's what he just goes with. I don't hate the guy, but like he'll have anybody on his show. Even all the shit that he talked about you without even knowing you. Did he realize he used to be a fan of this show and he was watching you every week? He doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? People don't pay attention that deep. So he just kind of goes with whatever environment that he's in. And I trust me, Nix, if you probably hit him up and went on his show, the two of you would get along, and he'd realize that all the other stuff that he heard about you is flat out lies.
All nonsensical. But anyway,
YouTube is a weird place. So you
it is.
but I've accepted that a long time ago, so I don't take a lot of this stuff personally. But I do like to expose it to the people that aren't actual YouTube content creators and doing stuff, there's always people that want to try to screw up your stuff, you know. Arcadians, we were a big target. Why? What did we ever do?
Play games.
No,
Love the games.
like
Love
the
games.
iArcade, and that
That's
was
what we
it.
did.
That's it. That's it. That was your crime. You love shmups. So what? Big deal.
So. And because we love games so much, tonight,
Good Lord.
here
Can we
on the
start already?
drama show, yeah. Well, is this drama or is it just a discussion?
I think it's just kind of like a palate cleanse. It's all. You know, we're just.
Maybe I should just do this every week, right?
No, I'm not here for
No?
this every week. It's okay.
Any guns this week, Nix? Nothing?
Exercise the demons so we can move on to our regularly scheduled program, please.
Yeah.
It
The
is.
Shotgun Sean there in the chat, like he's another guy. I don't know what happened with him, but he always ends his show by saying "block console fanboy." So it's like,
He realized the truth.
are we all
That's how
crazy?
you correct it.
Remember to get your pet spayed and neutered.
Like
Just leave it
everyone
right
has,
in the way
everyone
there.
has had, everyone has had a bad interaction with this guy.
There you go.
Look at Steps.
That's a good
You can
stuff.
deny it all you want. You cannot say
Yeah.
anything. You can read your book. It makes
kind of
no
hold up
difference.
some more Bibles.
when you realize it, that no matter what you do, it makes no difference. You will still get the same treatment. You know when you don't want to get, you know when you'll stop getting that treatment if your
When you
channel
disappear.
if your channel blows up, then he'll be on there wanting to be your best friend, super
If
chatting
you get
50
enough views,
times.
if you get enough views, he'll be your best buddy. It's like a
Yeah.
sucker punch
It's
you down
all-
the road.
It's all about
It's all about the views, Brooklyn.
who's popping off right now.
Remember.
Who can I leech off of? So don't worry, Steps. You can be involved in the conversation. Console Fanboy and I are on. I don't know. I mean, I've played video games with the guy. I've had him on my VR stuff. You know. So
It was on there for like a whole 15 minutes. You just could not
Yeah.
chill.
we made him fly.
Could not be comfortable.
My family in the chat was there. It was
unbelievable.
myself, my family, and Console Fanboy, and we played golf together. And we made him fly, and that was it. The guy's like manic. He's not. He's actually not fun to hang out with. Yeah. It's
all
just
over the
too
place.
much. It's just too much. Yeah.
Let me
I
ask
don't
you
think
guys something.
I don't think he's used to like having like real friends. You know what I mean? In like real life. So it's just too much for him.
Are you guys ready to play games or do something else or talk about games? Are you ready?
It's Brooklyn's show.
Yeah, it's my show. I don't
It's
know.
his show.
I
You do
just
whatever he
talk
wants.
about whatever. I just talk
It's
about
my show.
whatever I feel like.
It's his show. He's the captain of the ship.
He's the
All
captain
right,
of the
you're
ship.
Right.
Aye,
Yeah, I
aye,
tried.
Captain.
I tried.
It's not like the holiday special and the other one where I had like the 3 questions and we cover that for the evening. This is what happens, man. I just turn on the mic and I talk. I'm just tired of it. That's all. I'm just tired of people being tricked. You know, it's like because nobody history checks anything. It's like, okay, the loudest guy on the mic just said something. Just like I'm saying stuff here. And I don't know. I haven't read the chat, but people might be agreeing with me. I could be a maniac for all anybody knows, right? And everything I'm saying isn't true. But it's the same thing with all the other channels you watch. Just because a person's on the mic saying stuff does not
Doesn't
mean
mean
it's
it's
true.
Well, have you turned on Fox News or CNN?
No.
Tonight
I
at
don't
11.
watch
Well,
the news.
Okay.
I only watch YouTube.
Okay, but CNN and Fox News, it doesn't matter which one you watch. They spin the news the way they want to spin it, right? And they yell about stuff, and we can't believe half of what they're saying. And it's no different. It's like YouTube is you're trying to get attention and bring people in. And it's just, I don't know. It seems to be part of what happens. You know, just like Happens on the
could
news, you
care
turn on
less.
TV.
I come on here because I enjoy just doing what I'm doing. And if people like to come by and hang out,
I'm
that's
sorry,
cool.
Tech Buzz, if you ever see this. Hey, by the way, congratulations on the new baby. Really, seriously, congratulations. I'm sorry I called you Tech Balls. I was like I was talking about console fanboy riding your balls while saying your name, and now you're Tech Balls. But I didn't mean
We're
to
busting balls. We're
create
busting
your new
balls.
name.
It's all in good
Tech
fun.
Buzz. I've always set that dude up because I'm somebody that respects production.
Yes,
and
we do.
he's one of the best at it, you know. And I
is.
really respected him for what he did when everyone was in Cleveland. The whole setup he had, you know, like he didn't have to go all out like that and do that, but he put on like a professional broadcast for everybody. So, you know, and I know
tip
some
my
of
cap
us
to you,
here,
sir.
I've had beef with him. You know, I haven't. I've always been, you know, on decent terms. I don't think he knows me. We were on a show together once, but I kind of, you know, respect at least what he puts into his show, the production. I try to do the same, but he has way better equipment than me.
Yeah. Well, it shows you have a passion for it. Right?
Look at what I'm gonna keep doing this. Look what happens when I stop talking. Watch, crickets.
Crickets.
Total crickets. Nobody wants to say anything.
Maniac, that's what's for
What is everybody
sure.
afraid? Look, dude, anybody wants to meet up with me in person and have a conversation, just tell me where to meet. I'll talk to you in person. I'll say the same stuff. Trust me, dude. Please look up my history on YouTube and you'll know I'm not lying. I will meet up with anybody that wants to in person, not to fight because I think it's silly, but I will talk to you face to face. If you want to call me a keyboard warrior and all that stuff. Because one thing I've always said is I think yeah, there you go. If half the people that are beefing on YouTube, if we all met up in person, we would all get along, is the sad part. Some of the stuff that happens, some of the issues on YouTube is kind of like competition wise. People want to get rid of other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I think everybody has a place and everybody has a right, you know, to do their show. And like, yeah, I've never said to get rid of any of these guys, but just be warned on what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Some people out here on YouTube are literally borderline psychopathic. Like we're all just like low tier YouTubers. Who spends their whole day trying to look into all of our histories and keep folders on all of us? Like, who even are we? Like, that is insane to me.
Joes. I mean,
to think about that.
You know, we're just a bunch of regular Joes that love playing arcade games. You know.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's like, yeah.
Hey, Ricardo, good to see you, man.
It's nuts. Like, some people don't know how to turn this shit off, dude. It's not that bad. It's just we're just playing games. We're just having fun. And I know there's shows that they are stronger than me where they, no matter what, they just won't address it. Maybe every once in a while they'll say a little something, but I tried to do that, but I'm going to address it now because I felt like us not addressing stuff let other people spread their narrative about us.
Yeah, for sure.
Poison people's minds because those people will just never go back and look at the history and say, well, wait a second. This doesn't match up, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in the chat, we have a comment. The reason none of these guys want to say anything is because you can see they're sick and tired of being harassed. And that's a big part of it.
I mean, you can harass me all you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can harass me all you want. I don't care. I enjoy this type of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, has any of you watched my other channel?
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginner level. Like,
This is
That's right.
This is where we were at over there 10 years ago. Trust me, it's gotten way
10
worse.
years.
There's people now serving time in
The
jail.
dark times, serving time in jail.
Yeah. So we've gotten to that level. I mean, would you want to take the home arcade community to that level?
That's a level you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Believe me.
I was just pissed that Corner Kid
Yeah.
clipped my show and didn't play it. He just shared it with Console Fanboy and OTG.
to do the dirty work, yeah.
And here's what happened
To do the dirty work.
without me even being there.
And it's his name
This
that clipped it.
This is my speculation, and this is only my speculation. Cornicade doesn't want to do this anymore. He probably said, "Guys, let's stop," and they probably told him, "No, like, fuck those guys. Those guys."
He
You know,
doesn't
you're
have
way-
to either. He
You're
doesn't
bigger
have
than
to.
them.
He's
You
just
got a better.
sabotaging his own growth.
You have a more popular show than them. Don't listen to those guys.
Why are you making assumptions on what Corner Kate said or didn't say?
I said it's
mean,
a speculation.
We don't know either
Because I've been doing this a long time, Steps. So I know how things went. He doesn't want to do this. Remember when Cornicade was a racist too? Why is that? Why wasn't he a racist before his show was being popular? But as soon as it became popular, he's now racist as well. Strange, man. Maybe the people making those claims are the racists, right? I haven't called anybody a racist. And guess what, Cornicade? I addressed this last week. I protected or defended your ass when you got called out on that bullshit. Right? So, and I did it on a live stream, but you know, maybe not a lot of people saw it.
Yeah, so
I defended you, said what I had to say about it because I knew it was nonsense, and defended you. I've had you here on my show. I was supposed to be on your show a long time ago, but I never heard from you on that. Maybe that's why. Corner Kid, you better put me on your damn show or this won't stop. I mean, I'll go on with, dude, I'll come right in. I'll say everything I said tonight and I'll come right on your show. You can have OTG on there. As a matter of fact, if you ever have me on your
That's
show,
the
if
Canadian
OTG is
way.
not on the panel, I'm not
Unacceptable
coming on.
fringe.
I'll come on into, if it's hostile territory, everybody can come at me. I'll stay there for the entire show.
I'll probably laugh the whole time. I'm sitting here and
No one says anything. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this.
I'm speaking right now.
I don't have anything about, I don't have anything about against OTG because OTG is also, he's one of these dudes that understands about YouTube and that it's entertainment, and he knows how to keep it at that level and does not go past that. And that even though some of his entertainment may piss some of you guys off, he would never be somebody that would be, if you went back at him, he would respect that as what it is and would never take it over like to a personal level. He understands at least that, and I respect him for that. No one's talking.
I thought we were gonna play. I
Alright.
thought we were gonna play games.
No, moving
We
on.
are going to play games.
Then play the game.
No one's saying anything. Look what's happening. No one's saying anything. You're leaving me to have to talk by myself. And I've told people
support you.
before in
I'm
the
just
past,
saying.
you do
I'm
not
saying-
want this show to just be me.
Yeah, you're not saying anything that's not facts, but
Yeah, I'm saying things that are my facts
Yeah.
from my experience.
the shoes that you're wearing, absolutely.
Nightmare in the dark.
All right.
Right,
We shouldn't even
Nick's
bother-
Never talks anyway.
You know what happens, Brad? What happens if we
I
we
talk
do
all
the same
time.
video back to Console Fanboy? What does he do?
That's just it's a never-ending cycle.
No, it's not. Besides the never-ending
Besides
cycle,
that, it's a treadmill.
the funniest part is when he
Peekaboo.
does the stuff with the lawyers. Remember how he said,
Oh
he
yeah,
wasn't-
yeah.
he
He was
couldn't-
going to sue me.
he
and
wasn't gonna, he couldn't
has
show
a
up.
lawyer.
He talked all this shit about you,
Pinky.
I
but
forgot
then
about all that.
he canceled his entire trip to to the what was
Southern
it, the
Fried
Southern
Gaming.
Fried Gaming Convention. And you know his excuse was because he needed all his money for the lawsuit against Brad. Where's the lawsuit?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah, make a lawsuit against me. Dude, we just laughed at him. Remember how pissed off he got because we were just laughing at his lawsuit?
When I read the letter
Oh my god.
on the show, I think that
Did you write that up
triggered him.
yourself?
Yeah,
That's what I mean about someone who can dish it out but can't take
can't
it.
take anything. Good
You
lord,
can't take it, can you?
the thinnest skin, the thinnest skin of all. Cry like a
Dude, man.
baby.
My friends in my other community were worse than to each other than you've been to anybody in this community, and we're not even enemies. And we bust each other's balls on a way worse level than anything you've ever done. But you can't take it. You can only do it. Yeah, Carlo, he's a mod on Messiah's channel, and he's here. Do I care about that?
No, I don't care. I like Carlo. I don't have any problems with Carlo.
Everyone
Carlo's
is, like, I'm not
Carlo's
one of
a
these
great guy.
dudes.
I don't have any problems
not-
with Carlo.
Yeah, and I'm not one of these guys that would ever be like, if you watch that channel, don't come around. I could care. You can watch whatever you want. I mean, isn't that your right?
Exactly. It's a free country.
Yeah,
Watch what
don't-
you want.
I
Like
don't-
who you want.
I don't get upset over that
That's right.
because I
That's
would
your
not
keeper.
want anyone telling me who I can watch and who I can't watch. You know,
Absolutely.
like I'm a grown up. Because I can actually handle people that talk all kinds of lies about my friends and about me. It's fine. It's like, to me, it's just entertainment. So like when people talk about me on other shows, and this happened in this community and outside, it's weird. It's like when I'm listening to it, it's almost like they're not talking about me when I'm hearing it. It's I don't know how to explain it, but
Projection.
that's how I hear it. It's just
It's
nothing.
interesting.
It just means nothing.
Carlo says I'm independent and respected for that. But Carlo,
Yeah.
the minute if you became a YouTuber and you had a channel, that would all change. I was a moderator on almost all these channels when I started. If you go back to a long time ago, I was a mod on a ton of channels. And when you become a YouTuber, stuff changes. Whether you like it or not. It's just a fact.
Other people better talk. I'm just going to keep
Mhm.
going. Steps, you're in a bad position now. You got to say something.
I'm hurt. I'm old, and I work with a bunch of children. There you go.
You got to toughen up a little bit if you want to be on YouTube. I don't care if you're in the knitting community. Same thing's going to happen.
The knitting
Yeah.
community. Listen. Here's the thing, man.
Carlo, I just want to address Carlo real quick. You're definitely more than a viewer. I mean, like, I totally respect you. You're way more than a viewer. You're a supporter. You're a pillar of this community. You know, you are one of the people that I see everywhere. I respect you. You know, I thank you for everything that you do.
I've played this game, and right now I'm playing another game, and it's called Focus on My Health and My Well-Being. And I'll be back around at some point, maybe here, maybe somewhere else. I don't know, but right
is
now my focus
John G
is
just
not on
renamed the
this.
show. It's the
Not
Friday
on
night
this.
drama show.
The Friday
Well,
night
I can
I'm out.
drama show.
I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice.
That mean 2
Oh,
weeks.
he's
That means you got to
resigning.
deal with this next week and the week after, right?
Drama show.
What a nightmare in the dark.
I don't really look at it as drama. I just really look at it as me
Getting out
spe-
both sides of the narrative.
I'm
yeah,
just
only one
giving
side's
you.
being
I'm giving
said.
you my
You're
side
right. Yeah.
of it.
That would be funny if Unacceptable Fridge makes a knitting show and he starts talking crap about all the other knitting shows and he starts becoming the drama. Grandma Betty!
Did you not think,
She's really an alcoholic!
Steps? Do you not think if it was me, Messiah, and Console Fanboy, and we all met in person and went to an arcade, we all wouldn't be like buddying it up and having a great time? It's just that people make their opinions about people on channels and about little comments, and then they create their own imaginary world of what that person is when they've never even met you in real life. I mean, I've met you, Stabs.
Yeah, I met you in
We've
real
met.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
one's
you're
ever going to
too
meet
busy
Nick's.
filming, but
Yeah. But
dude,
I mean,
Toronto's not
one
that
day I'll meet
far.
up with Brad.
Yeah, for
Toronto's
sure.
probably not that far from you either. How far
But
is
it's
Toronto?
different. Like you really can't. You got to meet people. You know. In my other community, we've all met. We've all lived together. So like we know each other. Yeah, you have to meet people before you make all these you know, comments about who somebody, like what someone's personality is. It's why you brought up that guy Daniel the Dragon. I met him too. I'm not saying like we sat there being best friends with each other, but and then all of a sudden he's going on other shows saying that I stole Gunther and Casey show. Now, that's a weird flex. You know why? Because our shows started at the same time. So how could I steal something that started at the same time as this show? And if you go back and watch, the shows are still up on the Rcade channel, and then watch this show, and you tell me where's the similarity? What did I steal?
There's none.
Yep. Yeah.
They were all independent.
And plus, if you really like nothing,
Look at other
everything's been
shows.
done already in this
Yeah.
world. Like
Yeah.
what like so what are you gonna say? Because we play games on this? Okay, so everyone that plays games on YouTube stole it from Gunther and KC.
The only difference is we actually had more people watching, and that's
Well,
what stoked the fire more than anything with them.
I don't
think
I don't even know if it had anything to do with that, but it's just spreading like false shit. And these were all people that were nice to me, and then are just trying to say these like weird things, but no, like, and then you get like one or two people that agree that don't even know me, that won't even do their homework. Watch the two shows. You tell me where's the similarity in it. I got a whole different vibe than probably most of the other home arcade shows out there. I'm not sure, like I'm not trying to get a paycheck from anybody. So I don't care what I do. I just do what I want and hang out with the people that I want and just whatever.
Coming in hot with a super chat.
Damn, maybe this drama is going to pay off. Shout out to Jason, Little Alien. Another guy. So this is somebody who really should be respected in the home arcade community. He's a moderator. He's trusted to be a moderator on all of the biggest channels. He gives without asking to receive anything. He gives great prizes, one which I fortunately won, the Atari 2600 Plus, which I get a lot of enjoyment out of. This is just a genuinely nice guy. These are the type of people I want watching my show.
Absolutely, 100%.
Give me 10 of him, and you can have 100 console fanboys on your channel, okay? And I'll be way happier.
And the other person will be richer than hell.
What did Jason Little Alien have to say? Wait, after a refresh, sign shows up. Anyways, I can't comment on many details without breaking multiple confidences. I've scratched the surface in previous comments, but know that I support you. They're filling a void. I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about, but thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for all the awesome stuff that you do for many channels in the home arcade community, giving out, he's really behind giving out great prizes. And like, Cornicade just won a great handheld retro system and literally had it like 2 days later. You know, he already has it. Thank you, Jason Little Alien. You're definitely one of the good ones in this community, and I definitely have a lot of respect for you.
Coming in with another super chat.
Here's another guy, Ichabod Crane. We met each other through him being a viewer of my show. And now we're friends in real life. I've been over at his house, 3-4 times. We love hanging out together. We do his show, the Ichabod Show, together. And then when that's over, we hang out for a few hours. We enjoy the hell out of the Rcade. This dude is a badass gamer. He's a great person, really nice guy. Because, you know, you meet people on YouTube, on social media. You don't know if you're going to go to their house and then, you know, next thing you know, you're locked up in the fucking crawl space. But I can tell you that won't happen if you go to Ichabod Crane's house. He will treat you like gold. Mm-hmm. And it's people like him that when people want to trash the Rcade, it's like he gets so much enjoyment out of it, you know? So does his co-host. They love it, man. And he's an awesome gamer. Let's see what Ichabod had to say. When is Cuddles' birthday? I like Ichabod. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Maybe Cuddles is 59.
Is Cuddles in the chat? I didn't even see him.
Maybe Cuddles is 59 years old.
I still love you, Ichabod Crane. And if you're really going to pick up Carlo's Rcade, I'll take the ride with you to Pittsburgh.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Because even though Carlo is a mod on the enemy's channel, I'd still love to meet him.
Oh, wait a minute. Carlo's a mod on my channel. He has a wrench on my channel. Both my channels.
Man. Gives a shit.
Who gives a shit? Exactly.
No one's talking.
Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the
Weekend!
partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
Fun.
Woo! And that
Shout
should
out
wake
to
everybody
Fable
up.
Thug 69 with that $2 super chat.
Oh!
Let's introduce KFB to our new friends, BM. Let's not.
Bowel movements? Bowel movements?
I don't want anybody jumping off a roof over my actions. He doesn't. Trust me, he doesn't want any of it.
Only
Say
in
hi to
movies you
Mikey
see that
J
shit, man.
Productions. Mikey J, if you're not going to be on camera, you could just turn off your camera altogether, and you'll just be a voice in the background. Mikey J Productions. Blame it all on him. He is isn't he the creator?
He is the founder. He's the founder of the Ircadians. He created the Ircadians.
He's gone. Wants nothing to
And
do
just
with
like
this.
that, he was chased off.
He's back. What's up, Mikey J?
What's going on?
How's it going, man?
What are we talking about tonight?
Lego.
We're talking about the home arcade community. I don't know. I just start this shit. I just make fancy intros and start. I don't have anything planned. Except the games we're playing tonight, which is Nightmare in the Dark and Prehistoric Isle 2.
Nightmare
Oh, those are a couple of good
in the
ones.
dark.
And the three of you that are going to be going up against me in the 1 quarter challenge. Last week, we did Satan's Hollow. We played the game twice. I would have taken it if my A button didn't break.
Dude, you gotta accept the L, brother.
You have to accept
You
it.
lost.
I
You
accepted
lost.
the L. And here's why I'll accept it, because I was up all night saying, shit, is my arcade broken? Because it was the first time I ever plugged my headset into the iArcade. And I was like, did I short something out? But all it was was one of the wires on the A button wasn't even attached. All it was it was just making contact.
You know what it is,
wasn't
Brooklyn,
plugged in.
too? You know what it is? It's scary because it's so good, but it's over. The arcade is gone. And if certain things, if they break, we're going to have a hard time.
Well, the company's gone, but the company's gone, but the cabinet is living on and just getting better
absolutely.
and
It's better than
by the
ever. It's
day.
shining brighter and brighter than ever.
crap.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally the company's gone, but we got everything we ever wanted. We got 95% of MAME running on it perfectly with
Yeah, like I
amazing
said-
controls, thanks to Glenn, who is
like I
a hero.
said in
Who's a
my-
hero of this
my,
community.
My before the show rant. It's man, like I don't need to have 70,000 cabinets to feel like I'm like legitimate in the home arcade community. I just need a couple.
Just
Like
a couple
2
good ones,
arcades,
Yep.
1 stock, just to keep it the way it was supposed to be. 1 modded, and then my ad game stuff. What else do you need? And maybe like I still have my 1 arcade 1 up, and I have my Defender Party Kid, which I'll never get rid of. What else do you need, man?
Hey, Nix, you got more than 56K? Are you on dial-up, man?
No, I'm on Satan's Hollow. I scored over
I
56,000
just saw 56K.
on 1 quarter, baby.
Yeah, I was-
I was going to my head. Do.
Live gameplay caught on film, baby. I got it. Yeah.
I was almost gonna request a rematch tonight, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not. Nick's,
You'll just lose
Nick's
the
has got
Knicks.
to play it now for a
Next
week.
will wipe the
Forget
floor
it.
with you now. It's over, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's over.
All right. We've caused enough trouble. But I want to just tell my side of things. There's no racists on this panel. There's no transphobics on this panel. We're just a bunch of friends that all enjoy the same hobby. And we speak to each other about this stuff when we're not doing YouTube shows, and we just enjoy doing this stuff. And we like the people that show up that enjoy it as well. So
Yeah.
anything else that you hear,
And remember,
please come to us first
Yeah.
and ask us outside of things, because anyone can play any message or anything that you typed in a chat room or somewhere and show it to you out of context, and I can have you believing anything. I could do it back to the people that do it to us. But again, like I said earlier,
It just perpetuates a vicious cycle.
I'm not an
That's what I'm
18-year-old.
trying to get out of.
I'm not an 18-year-old girl. I'm a
No, I'm not
grown-up.
either.
that's
And I'm not
what
going to
talking
sit here
about, Papa
clipping
Bread.
everybody all day
It just stop.
to prove my
Just
point.
stop.
I'll just get on live and just tell you my side of it.
Break it down.
Damn YouTube and their commercials.
I know.
What the hell
Love
was
that
that?
commercial.
Smash that like or unlike button. It makes no difference.
All right,
You
it's already past midnight. You ready to play some games?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
All right,
after
first game
midnight,
tonight.
we'll
Good.
hang
Thank you,
out.
Brooklyn.
First game tonight. Papa Brad is gonna start this off. I'm just calling it. Who's starting? Papa Brad, you go first. Get ready. We're gonna be playing Nightmare in the Dark. The
All
show
right.
was titled Monsters. We're gonna be playing all monster themed games. Maybe it had a double meaning. We're playing monster themed games, and there are some monsters out there on YouTube that you better watch out for.
The Wolfman.
You ready to do this, Brian?
Let's go.
All right. Papa Brad.
So I want to know how much practice do you guys have at playing this game?
Woo!
I like this game. I think also Ichabod found this when I loaded them up. This is a good one. If you like games like Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of in that vein. Yeah,
it has that, but it has like the horror theme to it, which I love so much.
yeah,
So
because
Brad,
it was for me. It was strictly the name. You're going through a list of ROMs or whatever, and you come across Nightmare in the Dark. That's a cool sounding game. And
yeah, Video Game Vegas hits 2, a lot like Snow Bros 1 and 2. I love these type of arcade games, and this one has a unique theme. Are you playing, Brad? Is this Brad playing? All right. So here's how it's going down tonight.
Red's playing.
We're each going to get one game on Nightmare in the Dark, and then we're going to post that score in the chat room. And then we're going to play Prehistoric Isle 2 afterwards, and we're going to add up the scores from both games and crown the winner of tonight's 1/4 challenge. So this one's really cool. So what you have to do is you have your enemies on the stage. You have to keep hitting them with your fire. See, one time is not going to do it. You have to keep doing it till they turn into those fireballs, and then you can throw the fireball in any direction you want. It will take every enemy out.
But there's a time limit. You can't hold on to that thing forever, else you'll let go and it'll turn back into fire. The enemy he's trying to escape. So you have
And then
to toss it.
the more enemies that you hit, you can actually get some. You'll get those crystals, but you can also get some power-ups that will now help your character. So Brad just
Absolutely.
got better range.
He's doing really well. He's got all 3 of his life bars. Got 18,000 points.
And then at the end, if you make it to the end of every stage, you'll have a boss that you have to fight.
Oh yes.
Kev Credit said 2000,
Doesn't everybody love bosses?
year
I love
2000
bosses.
in the opening scene. So I would say yes, that would qualify as a newer game in my opinion.
I would say well, you might as well call it retro. It's 20 years old. Jeez. 24 years old. Jeez.
It's good to see Kev Gret here. I love hanging out with Kev Gret. We definitely launched when I started doing the VR content. It was it was just the 2 of us at first, and it grew from there. Real good dude. We both like there'd be times when we weren't even streaming, and he'd be playing a game, and I would just be in there watching him play, and we'd be rooting each other on.
That's good times. Oh, well, Brad's doing pretty good there. Still got those health bars. Oh my gosh.
Well, let me clarify. When I said newer game, I meant for an arcade game. Fago
Wait,
kind of flaming.
What
me
year
in
is
the
this?
head.
What is this, like 2000?
Yeah,
This is
it's
2000.
2024. It's retro.
That's retro at this point. 2000.
It's retro now.
But this is one I never came across,
Pardon me.
out there in the wild in an arcade.
Oh,
Look at all that
goodies.
stuff. Now it's very limited. He has to grab stuff or it will disappear.
Oh, good stuff. 210,000
Brad's
points.
doing well,
Lost
man.
Life yet. First boss.
Doing good. Good
They
stuff.
should.
So I played this on MVSX when I had an MVSX. It was on the
Oh,
Hilo
nice
hack,
score.
and that's how I played this originally on the MVSX console. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I forgot about it. So I'm glad you picked it tonight. I didn't even remember it, and then like when I saw it on the screen, I'm like, oh, I remember this game. This is a great game.
Yeah.
I know my family's reporting that he has scored 306,000. He's playing at home with us.
For me, it was get your Jolly Roger flag flying, because I pirated it, and it was like I said, it was all based on the name. It had a cool sounding name, and I said, I'll download this, give it a whirl. So that's That's
Yeah,
my.
this game's really fun. Has very, very familiar gaming mechanics with its variation.
I liked seeing last week that Herb Wars and Ichabod and Samurai Bob they all
Got
took the
in.
challenge
Yeah,
and tried to beat our scores.
yeah. That game was really fun to play. I never heard of that game before, and I'm so pleased that that was chosen last week.
If Brad's doing well, I might be in trouble on this.
He is doing pretty
So definitely
well.
check out my channel, guys, if you want to see some strategy on that game. I run through the game and explain how the game mechanics kind of work and what you're trying to do. And I'm going to try to get better myself.
So, what games have you guys all been playing in your day-to-day life?
Well,
I
could start. Well, I've been just playing Crumble on VR, trying to get through that game. Nice roguelite, like a hack and slash type game in VR, which is really nice. You have to check out some video footage of it to understand the game a little bit better. As I could take up the whole show talking about it, but that's a game that I really enjoy right now. And then that Underdogs game that just came out the other day, that mech battle arena game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I came into your stream, saw you playing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said in your stream, it was almost like it reminded me of the power loader from Aliens. Like you're kind of driving something like that. Like
Yeah, so it feels like you're like in the middle of like the Robot Wars arena, like when you watch that on TV when they had those remote control robots, right, in the battle arena, and then there's like stuff on the sides, like
This boss gives me
oh,
problems.
it's pretty cool. You have to check it out. Highly recommend it. All right, Steps, what have you been up to with your gaming this week?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Soul Calibur 6 with Ricardo, who was in the chat earlier. And also, I play a little bit with Chaotic as well. And then I've been playing Sonic Mania on my Xbox because I love that. I mean, it's just such a good game.
They've been having some pretty good deals on Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I paid $3 for it from Turkey. I bought the I buy
All right,
games
right
through
there.
my VPN.
400. Put in the chat. 400. 11,300.
411,300.
All right. Fago Thug did a good job last week.
411,300.
Who kept the score last week? Just anybody in the chat. Someone keep score. Put it in there, and then later on.
411,300.
All right, thank you.
I've
It's
also
got it.
been
Nick's has
playing
got
Street Fighter 6. I've been trying to give it a fair shot.
how do you like that, Steps?
I don't like
Good
it
score,
as
Brad.
much. I'll be honest, but I'm trying to play it more. I'm waiting to get Tekken 8 until I could buy the Turkish version for cheaper. What I do is I use a VPN and say I'm in Turkey and get the game
got the
cheaper.
number one
All right, one of you. All right, Nick's has changed over.
So
So let's bring Nick's up. Nick's looks like he's playing
right.
on at games
Let's play some games.
because he's got the bezel.
Awesome sauce.
Yes.
I've been
go
playing.
ahead.
I've been playing some Madden 24. My Detroit Lions are hopefully heading towards the Super Bowl. Got a big game on Sunday, and so it feels like the right time of year to be playing some football. So
Are
We're
you
talking-
playing that on Game Pass or what? Or actually you
Not
have to pay
Steam.
for-
Steps,
Okay.
get yourself ready. You're up
I'm almost
next.
ready.
I already got it. We're
Yeah.
good to go.
All right.
Talking about games I've been playing, I've been playing a heck of a lot of Sega Star Wars.
oh
For a
yeah,
video I had to make. Yeah, it was pretty much got thoroughly absorbed by that game for a while. Great game. Have you ever played that? The arcade game, the Vector, Sega Star Wars? I mean Star Trek. I'm sorry, Sega Star Trek.
oh Star Trek. No, I don't think
I
I've
said
ever
Star
played that.
Wars, Star Trek, strategic simulator.
Huh, that sounds interesting.
It plays really well with Glenn Spinner on the iArcade. It also plays good on the at games Legends Ultimate if you have one on Coin Ops or MAME, of course.
So we have Nick's up,
Thank you, G Parker's Arcade.
learning how to play.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Yeah, Papa
boys.
Brad, you were tearing it up there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know I've never gotten that far.
Like, I mean, in all honesty, I've probably put 6 quarters max into this game.
Brooklyn, have you gotten past that?
I haven't gotten past the second boss where you were at. But
Wow.
on that second
What
boss,
comes
there's like
next? I do love that it has bosses. It's very cool.
well, I could probably get past it if I'm not doing that as a 1 quarter challenge.
Yeah, for you, because you could continue, right? You could play through it probably to
Yeah.
the end of the game if you just
You
scored
can.
through it.
But the boss that you were on, there's a hole in the floor. If you go into that hole, you come out on the top.
Oh, so it's a trick.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I know you were talking. I was trying to concentrate on the gameplay while I was playing the game, but yeah, I have missed hanging out with Kevgret. Man, Kevgret is a good, solid guy. He was a huge part of the Arcadian show for a long time, and I do miss hanging out with Kevgret. Just a really good person.
Well, he's got his big show with Rexer, so
Mm-hmm.
he's doing things.
Oh yeah, yeah, and he does original content too on his own channel.
A lot. Very
He does a lot
informative
of
stuff.
yeah,
too.
like deep, like gets into it. Like, did you? I watched the one he was doing about the retro gun shooter. That looked pretty cool.
I'm not drilling holes in my app games. So
Yeah,
he went all in on that, but he did it right.
dude, I want to play those games. All those cheesy Laserdisc games, man. I remember those. Those were fun. I mean, Mad Dog. I mean, what was the one? Johnny
Mad
who
Dog
shot
McCree.
Johnny? Mad Dog McCree who shot Johnny Rock. Man, those are some deep cuts, man.
Yeah.
Deep cuts. I haven't played those in a long time.
I remember some of those on Sega CD.
Sega CD, but I mean, these are the arcade versions, and they looked good. They looked like they were playing good. Looked like it was pretty accurate as far as like what the arcade game was like, which is cool. I always had a soft spot for anything Laserdisc, like arcade, just because,
Get
I
that
lived through that
treasure. Oh, I
time.
missed it.
Do you guys have any experience with the launch of the Sega CD? Like, or did you have any firsthand?
I had one.
Yeah, I was
Mikey
there
J.
day one. I spoke about
I
that
bought one.
on the show. Like that was a memory that always sticks out to me. I was so
It's like-
excited for that to come out.
The second they said they were going to have Dragon's Lair, now, we didn't realize it was going to be like the now we look at it and it's like, how did you even play that? It's so pixelated
It was
and
all
stuff.
grainy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's all
pixelated.
grainy. It looked like a I don't know, explain it, like that grainy video that they used on the Sega CD, but
Yeah.
for the time it was still a way to bring Dragon's Lair home, and there was no other way. It was like, that's what I'm saying. We do live in a golden age. Like, we have all these games, like, I mean, just basically almost perfect versions at home where we can just play them whenever we want,
Like, for me, I remember I didn't have one, but my neighbor right down the street did. And me and a bunch of the neighbor kids, we all went over to their house to fire up the Sega CD for the first time. And, like, I remember, like, wanting to love it,
really?
but, like, at the same time, also being a little disappointed. Like, and, like,
Yeah.
we ended up just playing Genesis instead.
Yeah, it's like so many of the full motion video games just didn't hold up,
Yeah.
There's a few gems. There's some gems on there though. There's some gems.
Mad Dog, I remember that one for sure. And then Sonic CD was really good.
Damn, look at all that stuff.
That's still like a pretty sought after Sonic game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played through that whole game. I loved it.
And Nick silently just defeated the first boss without losing a single life.
I
219,600.
did lose one, but I got it back.
Did he? Oh, he gained one.
I thought I
Okay.
got it. Yeah, I get it back.
He's got 3 lives.
Yeah, I knew it was a mistake letting him know earlier what we were playing tonight.
Yeah. If you let Nick practice, he's going to end up winning. If he's practiced the game.
Yeah.
He sees the patterns. Like, we don't see them, but like you can just tell. Like, I mean, look at his Satan's Hollow gameplay. I mean, how much he improved in that short period of time. I mean, I just don't have
whether
that
I win or
focus.
lose at these
Doesn't
1
matter.
quarter
It's
challenges,
for fun.
I just like if I introduce one person to these games and then they start playing it and then
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
it.
It's worth it.
and yeah, I did my job.
That's kind of like what we tried to do on the Arcadians, honestly.
Exactly. When the Arcade when Arcade was in business, when stuff came out, we always had the new titles and would play them on the show.
Yeah, that was those were good times.
Nick's just lost 2 lives, man.
Man, I tell you, this game, it will just like clean your clock. Like you're doing good 1 minute, the next minute you're two or three guys down.
I didn't play that level very well.
Looks like he's going to make it to the level boss for sure, though. He's almost there.
Didn't he just start this level 2?
So Brooklyn, are you doing this weekly again, or is it going to be bi-weekly, or whenever you're in the mood? Or
We've been doing it every week.
well, I know it's been the last couple of weeks, but
I know people like stuff to be, on schedule. So I try my best. I'm trying my best to do it, to be here every Friday.
well, I know it's a commitment doing a weekly show. So I mean, I get it.
Yeah, but I really enjoy doing YouTube and enjoy hanging out. So, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul, I need to add some more games. Like I said, mostly this past week I played Star Trek.
I get camera burnout myself. Like I was doing a stream earlier just before I came on here building a Lego set, so that's 2 hours on camera for me already today. When I'm just a
I never
voice,
saw that skull.
it's not
What does
too
that
bad.
do? Or just 500?
We got
points?
Mr. Postile here in the chat. He's a really cool retro gamer. He has a really good channel if you're into retro gaming. You ever watch Mr. Postile's channel, Brooklyn?
I do,
It's got some good stuff. The guy loves Popeye. Loves Popeye.
Yeah. Popeye was up there as one of my favorite arcade games.
Yeah, same here, It's like you could tell the people that just love arcade games. It comes through when you watch your videos.
So I can definitely understand why he loves that game. All right, someone post that in the
Look at
chat.
the same-
Someone please keep score, because this is not about what we score on one game. It's going to be added up on the
322,
2
800.
games. All right, so you got a score.
The second time I'll
322,
play this
800.
game, it'll be better than that.
Fago Thug thinks I should be keeping score.
Yeah,
As
you
we
don't get
bring
a
it
second
up.
time, though. That's the thing that makes it hard.
Steps Gaming.
322, 800.
No.
Almost the same place I died.
Yeah,
You were
there's
a little
no
bit ahead of me.
do-overs. Even
No
though I had
do-overs. It is.
technical failure.
Papa
last week,
Brad
I
still
tried
in the
my
lead.
best.
I'm just going to put it out there. Papa Brad's still in the lead with 411, 300. I just barely beat Nix. But once again, I'm going to point out, Nix, after he's played a game a few times, will be cleaning all of our clocks. If he gets to play the game a few times, he gets deadly very fast.
Speaking of Popeye, he's getting his spinach right now.
Yep.
Popeye the Sailor.
Going back good. I'm determined.
Well, it's
Yeah, actually, I was watching post out. He did a video on Walkabout Golf, which I was surprised because he usually does a lot of retro stuff. But he played the new Walkabout Golf course, around the world in 80 days. That's
Yeah,
pretty
still
cool.
I haven't even turned that one on.
I kind
yet.
of
I'm
popped
waiting
in
for you
there near
guys.
the end and reminded people, hit that thumbs up when you watch a video. It helps push it out there. People will see it more if it gets thumbs up. But yeah, it was cool.
Rascal played it for the first time, and that was his first time ever playing Walkabout.
I've played it, but I still prefer Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf is crazy, man.
Meow Wolf is next level. I mean, like you can't even explain
is
that. It's so
nuts.
cool. But I do like it. It's really good. It's going back to more like the traditional mini golf, though.
Brad, you're on so many shows, and you're doing like arcade talk 2 times a week, and we're just
It's insane.
it's hard for me to to do this.
Yeah, don't
at
try
a
to watch all my
time
content. Yeah.
Well, because you have the shonen by the time it's over, it's like 3 a.m.
Mm.
Yeah, Papa Brad, he's on. Are you? Do you stream almost every day or?
No.
you-
I'm
See,
on Arcade Talk on Thursdays and Saturdays, and the Friday Night Arcade show. So 3 days.
But you do a lot of stuff on your other channels too on the off days, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I make videos and stuff. I make produced content too. Yeah. But it's it gets easier the more you do it, the easier it gets.
That's true.
I remember, man, if I would look at a video I made like as short as a week ago compared to when I started, I mean, it's just the amount of effort it takes is so much less because you're so much better at it.
Mm-hmm.
You're always growing, you're always learning. I've gotten to collaborate with a bunch of great people, great content creators. I feel very blessed.
Yeah. I'm always trying to evolve, try something new.
Yeah, I really kind of miss the rock and retro show you used to do. That was fun. It was like the music show, but I can imagine how much work that was.
Well, I'm not saying that it's impossible for me to do another episode of that sometime in the future, but if I do, it'll be probably not so produced.
Yeah, more on the fly.
Yeah, because that's really why
Steps just got an extra man. Got all three men. 281,000 right now.
And if I'm honest, I have some stuff that I'm doing on my main channel that I'm trying to. It's a little bit more on the highly produced side, and so that takes
More
extra
time.
And,
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm having fun
Steps
doing
might
it.
be a
so-
problem.
Hey, look, dude, Brooklyn. We have someone that's playing this for the first time because they're watching it on the show. Gregory, who is an absolute pinball wizard on at games. I just did a tournament he led on Pinball M. Gregory said he's playing this for the first time on his MVSX.
I always think about him because I'm always by the arcade that he hangs out at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I haven't been inside yet, but I was talking to Ichabod that we should just meet up with him one day and just go hang out. At the
Yeah, I love hanging out in arcades, doing arcades. That's what it's all about, Like I said, we just have to meet up at some event somewhere someday. A lot of fun.
Kev can meet us too. He's not that far.
Yeah, especially the free play arcade model where you can play basically infinitely for free. You pay your one fee and you can play. That's how you really learn how to play pinball too, because it takes time,
That game gallery, they have some decent stuff over there too. I was considering ditching my wife on New Year's and going there. But
Probably not a good idea, Brooklyn.
You probably made the right call, dude.
Probably made the
I
right
think
call, sir.
maybe I did.
Happy wife, happy life.
I was so tempted. They were having a New Year's party there.
Yeah, Video Game Vegas is with me on Pinball M.
So here he can fall into that hole in the floor, and then he'll be on the. Oh no, this is not Nick's playing. This
This
Steps
is
playing.
Steps. Steps is rocking it.
Yeah, shows how much I pay attention.
Steps is in the lead. 349,200. Passed up Papa Brad. Steps is now the leader of this
Hey.
game.
Look at Steps go.
Papa Brad at 322,800. Steps 356,200.
Because I don't know if Steps can hear me, but if she falls into that hole in the floor, she'll come out on the top.
The second boss. It's
a good way to escape.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it.
356,200
turn.
Steps. Congratulations. You just stepped into the lead. Let's type that in the chat. Yeah, you're the
Someone
leader
post
now.
that in the chat.
356,200. I'm going to type it in right now.
Wow. Sweet.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, I'm coming in. I'm going to give you game sound. No A button problems this week. I made sure that thing is.
Brooklyn, are you
really
gonna blame your A button?
No, I'm not going to blame anything.
Okay,
No
you're ready.
excuses
You're
this
ready.
week.
Hey, look, if your arcades don't break eventually, you're not playing them enough. Stuff wears out. That's part of the hobby. And we know Brooklyn's been practicing this game. Brooklyn practices these games, and then we find out the day of the show.
Yeah, that
We've
is
been
true.
playing them all week. So let's see if he
Yeah.
can beat us. I'm thinking Brooklyn's going to do well since he picks out the games, but we'll see. We'll see.
There-
I
there's-
hope to see. I just want to see someone beat the second boss. Honestly,
I thought you scored 411,000, Brad. Didn't you?
did I?
You might be in the lead, dude.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 400. Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
Oh, maybe I have to rewind it. Hold on.
I'm going back up
put
to
it in the
chat.
Can you go back, Mikey?
No, I'm seeing 33228.
I thought I put it in the chat. I think Steps beat me.
Yeah.
I think Steps beat me.
Did you not?
Yeah,
get four-
you got the high score, I think. I'm
Who,
seeing
Brad?
3,500,
Talk 7.
356,200 for Steps. 300,222.8 for, was that Nick's? No, yeah, Brad, you got 411,000.
Oh, so I'm in the lead. Okay.
Yeah.
You are in the lead.
Okay. Well, it was a good game, Steps.
I did good until that last boss, and then I forgot what I was doing.
Yeah. Maybe. Hopefully, Brooklyn shows us how to get past that.
Yeah, hey, T. Mikulski, I'm here.
It's been at least a year since I played this game, but I used to play it pretty all the time.
I think I played this once or twice. This is maybe my third time playing it.
When I played the MVSX, most of the time I either played
Cool,
this
though.
or I played Neo Turf Masters.
Yeah. So
Thanks, Mr. Posto.
I offered this in Arcade Talk stream last night, and I'm gonna keep it up again for this stream. Anybody that wants to trade a Marvel Arcade 1-Up pinball for the new At Games 4K pinball, straight up, serious offers only. It's up for trade. So
That's
come on,
good.
step up. Let's make a deal.
You're trading an At Games 4K for a Marvel pinball?
Yeah,
Or-
I have the Arcade 1-Up, and I'm willing
Oh,
to
I
trade it.
see. Yeah.
I'm willing
Only
to trade
idiot
it
would
for
take
that.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good upgrade there.
A good upgrade for him.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm willing to. I'm completely willing to do it. So
Hey, look, man, it's nice to know you're all about the community, Mikey J.
exactly. I'll be happy and I'll make content on it.
Hey, we got T. McCloskey here. What's happening?
You know what's interesting? I used to always get smoked in these challenges, but not anymore.
Oh no, you're doing good, man. You're right in there.
Video Game Vegas said that you hear the Arcade 1-Up Attack from Mars went on super sale for 150 at Best Buy.
Oh, one of those things gone. Yep, Steps is a gamer. But Papa Brad's still in the #1 spot, but Brooklyn's probably gonna take me out right here.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that there's been some weeks for this show. When we're talking, I'll be like, "So Brooklyn, what are you guys playing tonight?" Crickets. And I was asking again, "Hey Brooklyn, what are you guys playing tonight?" Crickets. And then next thing you know, the thumbnail appears.
Yeah, Brooklyn's practicing the game. He's like, I've never played this before. This is how you get by the 4th boss. I've never played this before. Actually, no, he's right. We pick the games that are ones that we want people to discover. The ones you might not have heard of.
Yeah, well, this game is definitely a hidden gem.
Yeah, for sure. Now, was this a Neo Geo game?
It was on the MVSX.
Yeah,
So it must be
had to
Neo
have been.
Geo, yeah. I swear, every Neo Geo around me when I was a kid, they always had that Magician Lord game. Like, I never
Yeah.
saw this game in arcades. They had, like, a King of Fighters of some kind, and probably Metal Slug, if they had the multi-slot,
Yeah.
and that Magician Lord game. I don't know why that game was so popular.
Yeah, Magician Lord. I mean,
Have
I
you
don't.
played Magician Lord?
Yeah, I've played it quite a bit. I
Mm.
like it, but I don't love it. So I get what you're
Mhm.
saying. Like, there's definitely better Neo Geo games than that out there.
Brooklyn Menace sitting on 134,300
This game sounds really good with the iArcade speakers too.
with 2 lives.
It's got a pretty good little soundtrack.
Kev Grant says Magician Lord is too hard. I kind of agree.
Those dodo birds suck. You gotta stay away.
Yeah. Yeah, this game is brutal. It will take all your lives. Like, I mean, the thing is, it gives you no break after you lose a life. There's no like respawn. You know, you don't get a second.
You don't even know that you lost it.
You don't even know you lost it, and you might have lost 2 lives by the time you figure out sometimes what's going on. It gives you no break after you lose a life.
And you just respawn where you're at, or you never.
You
even
respawn
leave.
where you're at. That's
You
true.
don't even, yeah. That's not even respawn. It's just like you just keep going. It's like almost like a hit, like in Link, I guess, Zelda. You know, like Hearts.
Yeah.
Mm.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Those one little bitty guys that they were just in this level remind me of the little guys that are really obnoxious when you get later in the game on Rondo of Blood. They look just exactly the same.
So I don't know about you guys, but if I'm honest, when I think of Neo Geo, I really don't think of the arcade games first. I think of the AES, which was the home console, which it was just bringing literally the arcade games to your home, which was revolutionary for its time. But I remember like that was back in the time of Genesis and Super Nintendo and all that. That was like a Ferrari, and the rest were like a Toyota.
Yeah, I got some game facts. Let's do some Wikipedia. The game, it has 5 levels. There's 5 levels total. It was similar to Snow Brothers, and I think it says what? Let me read that again. There are 5 stages with 5 levels each. Each one of them has you throwing fireballs at ghouls, ghosts, goblins, and zombies. It does have an end. At the end of the 4th level, a boss must be defeated in order to continue the game. Upon defeat, all sorts of items are released in mass from the fallen boss's body. An extra life in the form of a piece of meat is that only appears at this time. There's an extra life. So grab that piece of meat if it shows up. That's how you get your extra life.
Yeah, Brooklyn's done. I think he came in last. Womp womp. I think when I hear Neo Geo, I think of the red MVSX system, but that's like we had that at the ice skating.
166, 300.
When I was a kid, you went to the ice stadium. They had the red MVSX, and I actually worked at the ice stadium. That was my first job, so I saw that machine all the time. I think it always was playing Samurai Showdown though.
See, I saw the MVS in arcades. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I called it the MVSX. I meant MVS.
I just mean that I looking through like video game magazines, whether it was like Game Pro or something back in like 1990 or 91 or whatever, and you'd see the advertisements for the AES, and you'd just be like, whoa, like this blows Genesis and all of them away. But it was like $500 or something, so like nobody had it. It was like super expensive.
Yeah, they were very briefly covered, and I read Electronic Gaming Monthly pretty religiously, and they talked about it a little bit, but not as much. It It's almost as if they would talk more about the games they're being paid to cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the same for me was true of the Jaguar. When the Jaguar first came out, like I wanted one. I thought that was going to be like the greatest console ever. I'm glad that I didn't get
I'm
one
back.
though.
Hey, what's up, man?
Sorry, switched over to the wrong mic. How'd I do? 166, 300.
You
All
did
right.
last, I think.
Last place.
Oh man, I was
Congratulations.
going for all the treasures. Thank you.
Congratulations,
very
you're in
much. I
last
appreciate it.
place.
Well, I guess I should kick off the next one since I'm ready to go. Let's continue this 1/4 challenge.
Woo.
Now we're going to head into the second game. Remember, the scores will add up. So hopefully somebody's keeping score here.
We got Mikey
Next,
here.
we are going to get into Prehistoric Isle 2. This is the 1/4 challenge.
Okay, we got an SNK game, Prehistoric Island
Woo!
2. Let's watch Brooklyn. Now, I know this is one that Brooklyn likes. He introduced me to this game. I never heard about it till Brooklyn Menace was playing it. So I'm sure this is going to be fun to watch. Video Game Vegas says, Mike, he always wanted a Neo Geo home console. It was so expensive, especially for the carts. If you had the cash back then, I would have bought one. Good
Yeah.
luck. Mhm.
We were talking about the Jaguar there. Don't get me wrong, chat. I was just basing that opinion on the fact that you would see it in the magazines like EGM, and they would say 64-bit graphics in the era of 16-bit graphics. You know, back then
Yeah.
it was all about the graphics.
Yeah, sprites and stuff too.
But I never played it. I never played a Jaguar until years later through emulation, and there's really only a couple of games that are any good for it.
You speaking bad about Atari, Mikey J?
I love Atari, but
I hear you, but the Jaguar's not your jam, huh?
no.
I hear you. Well, yeah,
Tempest, 2000? I think that's the one.
that's a good game. Yeah, that's on the VCS too. Actually, I think it's in the Atari 50th, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
There's
think
a
it
bunch-
is.
There is a handful of Jaguar games on the Atari 50th.
Yeah, that's one of them that's in there, I think. Kevgret says the Jaguar lied about being 64. They used two 32-bit chips
They did.
called
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, but it never actually equaled 64.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Good point.
My family bought a Jaguar as soon as it came out. He was very disappointed.
The only console that I really have ever bought that was kind of a gamble in retrospect was the Sega Saturn. I got that instead of a PlayStation, but I don't regret it. I loved my Sega Saturn, still do.
Yeah. I actually love the Dreamcast. Is still probably one of my favorite consoles. I participated in a Kickstarter to get this crazy joystick they're still making joysticks and parts for the Sega Dreamcast. Is that crazy, Mikey J?
Yes and no.
It's called an octopus joystick, and it has a OLED screen for the VMU.
I mean, it's crazy that it's still getting support, but at the same time, the Dreamcast
So much
community is
love.
hardcore.
Yeah, once you get Dreamcast and you have it modded with the GDEMU, you can pretty much play the whole library or most of it. Actually, there's some games that just won't work with that, but a lot of the best ones you can play.
Looking for Brooklyn's score
Man,
here. I'm actually
Brooklyn.
writing them down here for everybody.
Yeah. Brooklyn is killing it. 858,300. There's no way I'm going to be doing that.
Fago Thug had me scared he was going to show up at my house.
We get no narration what he's doing either. It's just like stealth mode.
I got an update. I just scored 531,500 on that Nightmare in the Dark game.
Oh yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
though.
baby.
That's good though. Like I said,
That's my redemption game. I always have a redemption game.
Yeah, I know. Like
My
I said, you
redemption
give you a couple of games, you're going to be killing everybody.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at your Satan's Hollow stream you did. How much you improved.
Yeah.
Ichabod Crane.
My family appreciates that. He loves to score chase with me. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, score chasing. What's all about? 100%.
Ichabod Crane wants to know our opinion on the Lynx. Are there any Lynx games on any of your flashback retro Atari consoles?
No, I could probably put them on there. I don't know. I don't have a lot of nostalgia. I never had one.
I've never played one.
I don't have any kind of reference
I've heard
point.
good things about it though. I have. But
Okay, we got a final score. 1,163,100.
who is that?
Brooklyn, 1,163,100.
1,000,000.
163,000. 1,163,100. Someone put that in the
Okay.
chat. Good
Like I said,
game,
I'm writing
wow.
them down here, everyone. I was afraid Fago Thug was going to show up at my house if I didn't start keeping score.
Yeah, what was it? Was it 1,163,100? Was that it?
Yeah, 1,163,100.
Good Lord, who's going to beat that?
Everybody. I didn't even switch my game over. My mic.
You
over
didn't have any
to
audio, man.
I totally screwed up.
Dude, you could have given us. You could have given us some gameplay tips because I'm going to get slaughtered in this game.
All right, who's up next? I see Nix is ready to go. Let's bring Nix up.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Oh man, I totally screwed up. I didn't give the chat room audio on the game.
I don't even know what the buttons are.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
It teaches you in the beginning, like every Neo Geo game.
Character movement. A button to shoot.
I'm surprised more games didn't do that. Brooklyn.
What's the C and G?
So
Different
someone can
power-ups?
add up my total score and just post it in the chat room. I don't think I'm taking this tonight.
Here we go.
Rich
I'm
Odell
so
said he played
disappointed,
the hell out
I
of
didn't play
California
that.
games on the links.
So disappointed I didn't screwed up and switch over.
He's dead? Oh, man.
Like those dinosaurs. If you run into them, do you die? Like the T-Rex.
I don't think the first one.
The big dinosaurs, if you run into them, is it death?
Some of them, but I don't think right there at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I love the whole saving the people.
It's funny the way they hold onto the rope. That's pretty cool.
The first time I found this game, I was like, yep.
That's a pretty cool game.
This was one of the games I wanted to come out on
SNK.
Arcade.
I know. Brooklyn, how does it feel getting every game you ever wanted now on the Arcade? Like every game is basically on there. Like
Brad,
if you're a classic arcade fan, pretty much they all play on the Arcade now.
Brad, as soon as I could, this was the first one I made.
Yeah. Well,
And it plays so well.
I remember once,
Nix wouldn't know because he's playing it on at games.
Poser.
Yeah,
Boo.
there's nothing wrong with that games.
I'm just busting balls.
I hear you, but there's nothing wrong. We love it. Doesn't matter how you play it. Play it on MAME, play it on coin ops, on the PC.
I think it plays better on iArcade. That's just my opinion.
Oh man, it runs smooth on iArcade. I'm not saying it doesn't, but
I'll play it on anything.
yeah. I think he has the awesome sauce. He doesn't have coin ops, but a lot of people don't understand coin ops is just a front end. It's just a fancy wheel system. That's not what actually makes those games work. It's the fact that those emulators are baked into the at games. So what we really need to, like, if we want at game stuff, we need to ask them to put the emulators in. That's what's gonna allow you to play a lot of games.
How many lives do you get with the 1/4?
Right now, it looks like 2, right? Did he
Man.
lose a life?
Kevgrad, I prefer iArcade elitist, if you will.
Mhm.
Not snob, elitist.
iArcade elitist,
Yeah.
iArcade snobs.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Kev,
that.
he gets a lot of
Much more
mileage out of
positive.
his ad games.
Yeah, at games
It
is
much
good.
more positive.
He literally has that thing doing his taxes.
I know. I'm sure.
So Brooklyn, your total score is 1,329,400.
Yeah, it sounds impressive, but look at where Steps is at already.
That's not me. That's Nick's.
Oh, see, look how
That's Nick's.
I
Read the name.
called
Read
you
the name,
Nick's
man.
earlier.
Read the name, Brooklyn.
I
It's
know you
Nick's.
would think the name. I'm not even looking
name's
at it.
on the screen.
I'm so focused on the
Wait,
game.
what was your score?
1,211,400.
What was
All right, I beat Nick's.
Brooklyn's?
1,211,400.
What did Brooklyn have?
Okay, so then
All
I
right, someone
gotta-
take that down.
What was Brooklyn's
I
score?
took it. I got it written down
All right.
here. I'm at
Never played this game before in my life.
What was Brooklyn's
Well,
score?
I hope I introduce you to a new game that you'll enjoy. Let's bring Steps in.
What was your score, Brooklyn?
Sorry, Steps. I won't call you Nick.
Steps. His
go
score
again.
was 1,329,400.
Okay. I'm going.
I mean, that's his total for both games. You beat him on this game though, so you beat him in the other one. Or Nick's did.
I wish somebody would supply some sound, man. I really screwed up.
There.
I might play it again just to give the chat room the sound. Look how cool this is. Just as a concept for a shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
So, you got Prehistoric Isle, but that was way different than this. That's a lot more retro looking. I loved all the visual tricks that they were pulling off in this one.
Yeah,
Good time.
this is a pusher of the hardware. You know, it was stretching the MVS to the limits. It's one of the bigger file games. I may know that because of when it was ported over, but we don't need to talk about that. Some of the games are just quite a bit bigger than others.
Go.
I'm going to introduce you all to a game called Asylum. I showed it to Ichabod when I was over at his house, and he immediately fell in love with it. It's a very deep cut, but it's so good.
So Nix's total is over 1.5 million. Brooklyn, you're at 1.3 million.
But like
Alright, so I'm already out.
basically, this game is the make or break. Because if you don't do well in this game, it's over. Because the points are so much more.
Yeah.
Steps is a fan of shmups. See how she does.
The current high score for both games is 1,534,200.
All right, cool. Mr. Polestyle played Asylum. Dude, where did that game come from? Why have I gone all these years and never played that game?
Maybe it was released at the time when the arcades were dead.
I don't know where this game was released.
So
What's
I'm saying,
cool if you watch the attract
Cloak and
mode,
Dagger. Cloak and Dagger was released the year of the video game crash. That's why no one ever played it. I mean, it was basically the release time. Zookeeper's the same way. There's certain games that were released at just a bad time.
if you watched, but I don't even know the company. I never heard of the name of the company that made Asylum. But if you watch the attract mode long enough, they have if you can accomplish something in the game, you do something to send it in to get a free T-shirt.
Wow.
And I don't care if I accomplish it. I want that shirt.
That's it, man. Brooklyn still wants the shirt. Send it out.
Yes, sending my self-addressed stamped envelope. In.
There was that Mysterious Stones game that was on the Rcade that had the thing where like you could send a letter if you beat the game. That was crazy.
Yeah, that game's hard, but I think
That
you
game's hard
started
as
to
hell. I beat
get
it,
really
yeah.
good at it.
Yeah, I was playing a lot. It's a good, fun game once you get used to it.
Oh, so
Wow,
close, Step.
good
So
game.
close. I was watching the score.
All right, that's it.
Brad, since I screwed up, try to give us some sound, man.
Did you hear that?
That
All right,
was
someone take down Nix's score.
Yeah.
Steps
okay for the sound?
score.
Yeah, but I only see you. I see your back.
Oh, sorry.
I'm waiting for the game to bring you up.
Yeah,
You didn't
I wish
beat-
I would have played before.
You didn't beat Nick's Steps.
I'm aware, but all considered, I never played that before in my life. That was my first time ever even pressing
Absolutely.
start. I did okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
there you go.
You
Can
cracked
see
a
it now?
million
All
on
right,
it.
let's bring in Papa Brad.
Let's go.
Give us some sound, Brad.
Okay, give me a
It
minute.
kind of moves kind of
I'll
awkward. It's
play
very
sound when I'm
unique.
playing.
Yeah, at times. And
Like-
some enemies you don't even know what to shoot at because some stuff's just in the background.
Yeah, like that, especially that whatchamacallit, that big headosaurus. What is that called? I think it starts with a D. I forget what that dinosaur name was. That boss I was fighting.
1.4 Steps.
A what?
1.4 million for both games.
Okay.
I'm playing, Brad. Let him play. I'm playing one more time. My score won't count. I'm just playing because I want I want people to hear the sound from the game.
Beautiful.
Does that put me in last place now?
I just
No,
want
you're
to
in
play this
second
all
place.
night.
Oh, okay.
Come on, look how cool that is. Like,
Nick's is at 1.534 for both games. Steps is 1.4 and Brooklyn's 1.3. So, how Papa Brad performs here will determine who is the winner.
I screwed up because I was going for points, so I was being a little greedy, and I did what Brad did right there. I was putting myself right in front of the enemies to try to get more points.
Rachel Dello knows Neo Geo games were amazing for their time.
Did Neo Geo make a bad game?
No, I don't think so.
I seriously haven't found one yet.
And they made some crazy stuff. And they did some genres that people are unaware of. Like, I recommend the Sengoku games. There's 3 of them. If
Yeah.
beat 'em ups, they're really good beat 'em ups that are like most people have never even heard of. Those actually came. I don't know if all 3 of them came stock on the MVSX, or at least 1 or 2 of them did. But that's the first time I played those.
Isn't this more peaceful and fun than arguing with a bunch
Oh,
of jerks?
absolutely.
Yeah.
See what I can do here.
Next week I might have to get my machine fired up. If Brooklyn will give enough lead time on what we're playing. Video Game Vegas said the 3 Sengoku games did come stock on the MVSX.
Ooh.
That's why, like, when I've heard some
Go.
people bash on Neo Geo, like, it always it always rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, the Neo Geo made games for gamers, like, because they didn't, like you said, did they make a bad game? If you like arcade games, Neo Geo has some
Oh,
fire.
no, I got chintz.
Like Mikey, I would
I know how to
literally
run.
if someone ever put out a home arcade cabinet of this game and this was the only game on it, I'd buy it.
I'd play it. Yeah.
It would be an MVSX.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I'd
Why
still
don't you
buy
get
it
an MVSX?
Well, he's got an arcade
because
now.
they put all the fighting games on that. I know you can mod it, but I'm just saying, like,
If you have, I mean, all kidding aside, if you have an iArcade, there's really no reason to get the MVSX.
I agree.
Unless you want something that looks a little different, you know.
It looks like the MVSX.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of those with the mod in it. All right, so let's add up the scores.
All right, I gotta get.
Everybody enters their initials.
Let's
and
see who
I'm
won
always
this
just like,
tonight.
"Hey."
Hold on, don't lose.
I'm going in for one more round. I want to give the chat room the full sound on this for people that have never played it
Yeah,
before.
baby.
Watch. Now that I'm not in a competition, I'll do way
Yeah,
better.
we're gonna do good. Yeah.
That doesn't count though.
No, this is not going to count.
No.
I screwed up. So
Yes,
who
that
won
was
this? Who took
Hold on,
it?
I'm calculating.
Drum roll.
Probably close as hell.
Ooh, Nix, you won it. Papa Brad ended with
Woo!
1.4.
Just sneaked by me. Second game.
Nix takes it.
Good job.
Oh, baby.
Well done.
All right, I'm going in for one more round.
5.15.
You could talk over
One
my
hell of a
gameplay, but
game.
I'm going in for one more round of Prehistoric Isle 2.
Oh,
This
same
time
here, man.
with sound.
Let's go. Let's get after it. Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I love my MVSX, and that's definitely a machine that I'll never get rid of. But I mean, once you hack these machines, it all comes down to what games they can play. You know, certain offer certain different games, and the iArcade can play MAME, whereas MVSX you're playing what's the emulator? Final Burn Alpha on that.
Neo Geo emulator.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was humming Jurassic Park. I've been researching Universal and the Jurassic World area and all that stuff, and so I got the damn theme song stuck in my head.
So no, I never plan on getting rid of my Big Red either. But
There we go.
Longer with Big Red.
Steps, you sold yours. What'd you get for it?
$450, I think.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
With the high-low on it, I'm assuming.
I had the high-low, and I put the hat buttons in it, and it had I actually had Bobby Boo Riser.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
They got a good deal. They got a good deal from Steps.
Yeah, they did. I don't know. I needed the money, I think. That,
Well-
and I got the iArcade, and as far as Bobby Boo goes, I'm not selling the Big Blue that I have as custom deck. That thing is a masterpiece. I'm down to my last 2 arcades. I'm not getting any more. I'm not selling anymore.
Yeah, you like what you got.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
One of the things was that I never really had funds to be in this community. I just
Yeah,
kinda-
that's an expensive hobby.
I also didn't have space.
You had the heart of a gamer, Steps.
Well, I've gotten a lot better playing with different groups of people with different types of games. Because the one thing when I did YouTube is I kind of hung out with a lot of different people at different times, and I played a lot of different games. And to be honest, people should be able to do that, but you can't.
Why can't you?
Well, because
Yeah, baby!
Everybody wants you to like stick to your little group.
Just got past the first stage.
And the groups don't get along, you know?
Well, there's a lot of misunderstandings out there. That I mean that's kind of my thing. The unfortunate thing is a lot of the people, if people could sit down together and like talk like respectable human beings and and have a good conversation, most of the times issues can be resolved.
You're doing good, Brooklyn. You're right on my heels.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Nix.
Thank you. Thank you everyone who played along at home. Everyone who participated. These games are a lot of fun. Thank you for Brooklyn Menace for the game selection.
Kev Grit spouting some facts.
Oh man, I'm kicking ass right now, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, this does remind me of Choplifter a little bit.
I'm at 3 million already.
I wonder if it's my headphones. That sound is clipping really bad. It might be my headphones, though.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything? It's probably my headphones.
Defend the people.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of dirty, rotten pirates.
Oh, you gotta switch to my screen. Oh man, I'm kicking ass.
$3,236,000.
And I'm still going.
Wow. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh no! I missed the ball.
It's not Nix's single quarter run you need to worry about. It's like it's after he's played the game a little bit.
What did I get? 3 million.
Because your acceleration that you improve is way better than most people.
Holy shit!
It's because he's Popeye the Sailor Man.
Oh
The sound is clipping on the stream.
Man.
Yeah, thank you, Video Game Vegas. That's what I thought I was hearing.
Was my sound good or was it too loud?
It was clipping really bad.
Really?
Yeah, but it was cool.
It was probably
We got
too
a little
loud.
We got a little bit of. I don't know what the deal was. It was
I
just
don't
like
know.
you'll see when you play back. It's a little distorted, but we got the idea. at
I'm
least.
never watching this show again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean,
Alright.
you mean you're not a professional YouTuber?
Yeah. I probably had it cranked up so loud because I have this set from my mic. So
Yeah, it's
I probably-
hard.
Yeah, I can't tell how loud it was. It's freaking loud in my headset, I'll tell you.
I
that.
wonder. Nix, do you play better when you're not on the substances?
I was wondering if there
I
should
played
be
just
some
as
kind
good.
of performance.
I don't think it phases
enhancing-
him.
Is this some kind of performance enhancing drug that's going on here? And
Oh,
maybe
yes,
there
it's
should
that.
be some kind of testing done, Brooklyn, to compete on the show.
No, I don't do drugs.
That's why I said we
I don't
need
do drugs either.
Unfair advantage.
Yeah.
There we go.
See,
There it was. Nix takes it tonight.
Good job, Nix. Whoop
I'm
whoop.
gonna have to come up with a good combo of games for next week.
Man, I was so excited when I won the first game, but the first game didn't matter because the point scoring was so different. It's all about
man.
that second game.
It was, and it was right down to the wire too. It was close. It was close.
Video Game Vegas says the only Neo Geo game that he thought was bad is the first Fatal Fury. I love the Fatal Fury franchise, but I agree that the first one is the worst one. So if you want to say it's a bad game, I mean, I don't know that I completely would say it's a bad game, but I get where you're coming from.
But yeah, that game was pretty awesome. I definitely want to go back because I got to the second boss. Oh, that was awesome.
Did it on 1 quarter?
Yeah, it's kicking butt.
Nice.
Yeah, that score was on 1 quarter.
Do you have a nickname for your bubbler?
No.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a special name.
No.
He just has a. What happened to what is it, Bob? Where's Bob at? Bob didn't make his appearance.
Name it Pong. Pong the Bong.
Old Bob's over there. Existential crisis, Bob.
There he is. There he is.
There he is. Right there.
There he is.
There it is.
There it
that
is.
means it's time to end it.
He's got the hoodie on. That's it. It's like it's in crisis,
So
Call it the happy pipe.
in fetal position.
Jong the Bong.
There you go.
Jong the Bong. There you go.
thank you everyone
Bong is Jong.
for hanging out with us tonight. We went a little longer than I usually want to go with the show, but it was cool. It was cool hanging out, chatting a little bit, and then finally getting into what we really want to do here. You know, talk
Play
about games and actually play them against each other. One day I will win. I'm gonna keep coming up with combinations until I finally find the
Yeah,
right
you-
recipe.
You're due.
I'm just glad I won last week, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, the 1 week I would have pulled it out, but
Mm-hmm. You were
The A
cheating.
button.
technical difficulties.
Make sure everyone gives a good like to the stream for everyone.
Yes, I'm gonna like.
Brooklyn
the
deserves
series.
Give a good, not just a like. It has to be a good like.
Wait,
Good
there's-
like. There you
Dude,
go.
dude,
Because
there's
I-
15
up.
people in here right now. There's only 6 likes. Let's go.
A
Like.
good like
Hit
means
the
you
like.
have to hit the button twice, so you actually like the stream and then you take it back.
Take it back.
Yeah.
Or if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Either way. it
What
works.
is it going to do if everyone likes the stream? Is it
No.
going to make any difference?
Like
really,
it,
in the big picture?
Don't like it. Do one
Yes,
of the
you're
No.
gonna become rich.
So next week we will try. I will try.
Have no
To
drama.
No, I'm not doing any drama.
Okay.
I will try.
We don't do
You know,
drama here.
Brad, maybe I should just start making topics for the show, right?
Can we finish game fight?
That's what I used to do when I had the arcade.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I have a
Steps.
whole
Spin the wheel.
outline. Remember?
Next week, we will be continuing game
Show
fight.
notes.
More one quarter challenge, and then as soon as we get down to it, where there's enough, there's just going to be one night the entire show. We're going to be finishing up game fight. I think as long as we're playing games, we'll stay out of trouble, right?
Yeah. Probably.
I think that's the formula.
Hey, Brooklyn Menace, thank you. Thank you for putting on this awesome show.
Mhm.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how awesome it was.
Thank you, Nix,
but
for schooling us and
It
showing
was
us
still
like
fun.
what a good gamer you are. Thank you, Steps,
Thank you.
for hanging out with us.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you everyone in the chat room as we wrap it up for the night. My name is Brooklyn. This is the Friday Night Arcade Show, the late night show for the home arcade community where you never know what the hell is going to happen. I want to give a big thank you to Papa Brad, Nix, Steps Gaming, and the creator of the iArcadians. Special appearance, Mikey J Productions. Hope to see Mikey J around here, whether his camera is on or not. Hope
Maybe
to
he'll
see
be
you
on
around
next week. Maybe he'll be on next
Dude,
week.
even if you don't turn your camera on, it'd be cool if you have your iArcade hooked up so you can get in on some of the one quarter challenges.
Well, I want to get on the one quarter challenges. I want to get my butt kicked by you guys. Sure.
Yeah, and it'd also be great to have you here as another judge for a game fight. We still need to finish it up. I just need to rebuild the wheel. I have everything else ready to go.
Rebuild
We
the
need to
wheel.
finish it out.
It will come.
All right, everyone. Thanks again so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will see you again next Friday, 10:45 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, what should I say? Stay legit, Brad? No.
No,
That's
that's
your
Arcade
tagline.
Talk. Yes,
I don't have a tagline for the
you
end,
have a
Brad.
tagline.
Do
Yeah,
it
if
for
you
the
have-
love, not for the money.
John
not
the
for the
Bong.
girls.
Remember!
not for the honeys.
Remember.
Yeah, dude.
Remember,
Let's hear the bubbler.
The bubbler.
all right. I'll. You know what? I'll try to think of an outro tagline for next week. But until then, let's just do this. Damn, Brad, later gamers. That's a good one. Maybe I'll use later gamers next week. I'm not going to say tech ball. Stop putting that in the chat room. Damn it. I deserve it. I deserve it. You bust my balls for the rest of my life on that one. Sorry, Tech Buzz.